nearly what you see being spent, obviously, on a quarterback or, a point guard or whatever. So it's not, is there financial gain there? Sure, in certain situations, but it's not life-changing money. It's not, we're not going to run out and buy a Lamborghini with the money you're getting to go play baseball. In most cases, obviously there are exceptions, very well documented with Tommy White and Paul Skeens and the things that happened at LSU, and you're going to have that, at that level. But largely, it's not the financial gain; it's the opportunity to play in those bigger leagues and prove yourself. And what does that mean to you at the major league level as the draft approaches? And then the opportunity to potentially go to Omaha. It just feels like that divide between the mid-major programs and a trip to Omaha has grown that much greater. Your optimism has to lie in what East Carolina has historically done and can do again. But if you look at what Coastal's done this year, Troy, the Sun Belt at large, they're the top half of that league, really good programs, and that's Coastal has been actually ranked pretty much all year. So it can be done. It's just what's the commitment level. And I'll tell you, Coastal, I know those guys very well. They are quick to tell you they don't hesitate to play the portal. They're very aggressive in the portal. And by aggressive, I mean they're going after the same people that everybody else is going after, high-level guys. So, that's probably part of the philosophy going forward for any mid-major that wants to compete.
Good stuff with Mike Mullis joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. Thank you, Sean and company. We are on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV. You can check us out there. Mully, a couple other things before we let you go. Jared Kalenic pimps what he thought was a home run. Did not go his way. Ronald Acuna Jr., I wish he was not on social media, says I would have been benched for that, which he's right. He has been benched for loafing, pimping before. I don't know how much of a rift that's going to cause in the clubhouse, but never want to see those things. What I guess a broader question for you, Mully. You've worked at all levels of baseball, up to college and been in minor league baseball. Like, I guess I just don't think a manager should have to deal with this kind of stuff at the professional level, but clearly Brian Snitker does, and it puts him in a tough spot, right, Mully? You've got your $1 million, MVP who you have to remove from a game to teach a lesson to, and then you might have to answer to the GM and the owner and certainly the fans who paid money to see that guy play. It's a tough spot for a manager to be in that situation, I would imagine.
I would agree with you on some levels, but Snitker put himself in this situation from the standpoint of he established a precedent with Acuna. There should have been no doubt that, in my opinion, if this is the philosophy and this is how we're going to go about it, then you make the move regardless of who that hitter is. Obviously, yeah. Acuna's their best player. So, I mean, it should be, hey, if I'm willing to take him out, I'll be willing to take you out. And, yeah, the fans I think most fans and GMs and all will go, hey, yeah, we can't have that. We can't have that type of stuff. I mean, that's how you lose ball games. You give away those opportunities. So, yeah, I mean, I think we live in a world where, again, and you and I have had this conversations on air, off air. We live in a world where the game, the show is sometimes a bigger thing than the game.
Yeah,
and the show being the hey, kind of look at me stuff. And some of it we kind of go back and forth, maybe agree on a lot of it, disagree on others. But this is what happens. Again, yet another Pandora box gets opened. Baseball's become so much more demonstrative. It's become so much more driven by the clips on social media and how cool do I look if I pimp a home run. Well, that only works out if the ball gets out of the park.
And one more thing, Mully. This sounds bad coming from a fat guy talking about a guy in great shape, but is there something to... it could just be a freak deal, but Spencer Strider cannot stay healthy, and this most recent one, this is not up there with like ridiculous baseball injuries of the past. There's been some crazy ones, but strained his right hamstring playing catch. He came back for one start and looked really good against Toronto, but he is now put on the 15-day injured list. His thighs are the size of Chandler's head. Like, I don't know if How do these guys in this tip-top shape have these injuries? Is it just a freak thing, Mully, or is there something we could talk to trainers and medical folks about that he's doing wrong and needs to do less of? I don't know. It's just a weird deal.
No, I think it's the nature of the mentality of the modern high-paid athlete. I just tweaked my hamstring. Look, talk to anybody you want to talk to that's ever played any sport at a very competitive level that wasn't paid what Spencer Strider's paid, and you played with tweaked hamstrings. You played with sore arms, sore elbows. I mean, that's how, Icy Hot and Ben Gay and Red Hot Balm, how they all made billions, is guys like us going out there trying to find a way to get through the game.
You remember the Nolan Ryan commercials? Was it Bayer or whatever? I could go another 9 innings or whatever.
My point is, Cliff, these dudes, they've got so much money in them. It's kind of like every Kentucky Derby, some racehorse DQ or doesn't DQ, but decides not to run due to an injury. It's kind of the same thing. Like, you got so much money in them.
Yeah.
Send them out there. So if you've got a little strain in your hamstring, does it change how you throw?
Yeah.
Then if it changes how you throw, do you hurt your elbow? And we're paying you X million dollars. We'd rather deal with the 15-day hamstring strain, especially at this point in the season, than deal with what could be aggravated into being a season-long injury. So I think there's just a lot of moving parts. I can tell you this, if his name wasn't Spencer Strider, if his name was Joe Blow and he was trying to stick in the big leagues, what do you think about that hamstring?
Speaking of trying to stick in the big leagues, we'll talk to Zach Agnos coming up on Wednesday's show. How about his performance? Gets called up, immediately thrown out there in a tight spot, 8th inning, holding a 1 or 2 run lead and gets 3 outs. That was awesome, man. Yeah, no, and I think that's the way you want it, right? I don't want to let's come up. It kind of kept him normal, right? Like he's pitching, and it's just in another city, and hey, you show up, you get your uni, and next thing you know, they need you, and you go in and do your thing. It was it's a cool moment, and what a cool deal, man. Just kind of reemphasizes all the success that East Carolina's had over all these years. When you look at all the dudes that are in the big leagues in various capacities, be it Clayton McCullough as a manager, or Agnos, the most recent to get called up, and Sam Nairn coaching, and just all these guys that have ties back to little old Greenville, North Carolina, that are getting it done in a big way in different roles in the big leagues. And man, how would a Pirate fare if he had to face Judge and Bellinger and Goldschmidt and Jazz and Volpe and Dominguez, the Wonder Kid? How would a Pirate do? How about last night, Gavin Williams goes 6+ Mully and just throws a gem against the Yankees. Just 2 runs on 2 hits, 8 strikeouts. Big Gav, 2-1 now on the year. Yeah, now it's a matter of just finding consistency. It's been a little bit bumpy early, but if he can find ways to go out and be close to that every night. Look, the best guys are not measured on their good days. They're measured by how bad their bad days are. And when you can minimize how bad your bad days are is when you truly become an elite big leaguer. Mully, man, you're an elite broadcaster. Appreciate you joining us today. We will talk to you again soon. We'll have Corey Glore in town calling some action. You going to be calling some games on the Plus this weekend? Yeah, we've got Friday and Sunday, and the Saturday game will actually be carried on ESPNU. Okay. So we will not have those responsibilities. Maybe a little in my crawl about that, but that's okay. So they are going to go national on that, and that'll be a chance for for the Pirates to get a little national exposure, and they'll have a crew in to call that one. Sounds good. Thank you, Mully. We'll see you, man. Okay, buddy. There he is, Mike Mullis, joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line. We'll take a time out, come back. Brooks Hill going to join us a little later on in hour number 1, and we've got a lot more for you on a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live, now up on YouTube. And if any of the people on YouTube hear what I said about them earlier, I was just kidding. Is there any way we can cut the radio audience off for a moment, so I can tell the YouTube people how much I really love them more than the radio people?
I don't think the YouTubers know what we said, and if we did say something, and that was that we love them and we appreciate their viewership every single day. Thank you for your loyalty to Pirate Radio Live, which is now back on YouTube.
And we are back with you after this.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Bring in any offer from CarMax, and they will beat it by $500. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street is now open 7 days a week. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. Join Down on Main every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
This is Holt Nailers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to AnsonBelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30 plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. AnsonBelt.com, over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holt Nailers Show.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep introduces the Freedom of Choice pricing program. Choose between current available incentives and factory employee pricing on all new 24 and 25 Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles. That's right. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep is giving you the freedom to choose your deal. Choose to save up to $11,000 off MSRP and get 3.9% APR for 72 months on a new 2025 Ram 1500. Or take employee pricing on the same truck. Save up to $9,000 off MSRP or lease a new Jeep Grand Cherokee for only $389 per month. Or get employee pricing on that new Grand Cherokee. Save up to 15% off MSRP on a new Jeep Wrangler or choose employee pricing. It's the Freedom of Choice pricing program. Go to ecauto.com.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Cockerell in Greenville. Come see us!
Jeep lease is 36 months, 10,000 miles per year. Offers do not include tax, tags, title, and $8.99 admin fee. See dealer for details.
This is Brian Packard, ECU former baseballer. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Overtime Tavern is now open on Charles Boulevard. You can come in for great food, cold drinks, and all the game day action. Swing by today and try their Philly cheesesteaks, glizzies, mouth-watering burgers, and delicious wings. And they're open from midnight until, they're open until midnight, Sunday through Thursday. Open late until 3 a.m. on the weekend. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern. And Country Mart has been locally owned and operated operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store, serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. They're open every day and they have 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, filling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
It was announced earlier today who will be heading to Ireland week 0, 2026. And that'll be a team from our state, North Carolina.
It's on Ireland.
Bill Belichick is going to Ireland.
It's on Ireland.
In the Aer Lingus College Football Classic. It'll be the Texas Christian Horned Frogs.
He's not a Texas Christian!
Taking on North Carolina.
It's on the Dublin.
August 29th, 2026. Real quick, yesterday on the show, I asked Will, I gave him a challenge to wear a shirt with color in it because he is a black shirt man. He's Johnny Cash, the man in black. And he snapped back at me and said, well, buy me one. Which I've never been more proud of Will.
Respect.
Yeah, I've never respected him more because that's exactly what I would have said. Ton of respect. And hell no, I'm not spending money on Will. Why would I do that? But I do have a shirt for him. So Will, come put this shirt on. This will be the first time in my life I've ever seen you in a shirt with color. Come stand behind us so you can get on the video. This is going to be a sight to behold. Will, again, wearing his...
Did you get them out of, the lab?
Yeah, he's been in the lab.
You've been in the lab.
Doing experiments with these goggles.
Whoa! Who are you?
Whoa, Mr. Brightman.
Who are you?
Looking good, dude. I think purple's your color.
I do have purple.
You look good, man. You need to go.
You don't even look the same.
I know. It's like a brand new man. As Brooks and Dunn would say.
Brand new. You'll hear that song coming up later in the program.
Yes, you will. How do you feel, Will? Do you feel different?
I feel invigorated.
All right.
Feel alive.
Well, enjoy your shirt.
Thank you.
All right. And your new life. I think this is a
new beginning. Yeah,
like a delineation point. Does that make sense? Where before purple shirt, you're the new purple shirt guy. Not the guy in Charlotte anymore.
No.
Will's the new purple shirt guy.
10 years from now, someone's going to ask Will, when did your life change? And you're going to say April 22nd, 2025.
Yep.
I put on a purple Pirate Radio t-shirt, and it changed my life forever.
Chandler, I'll let you read this. Alex said, how was the opening on Tuesday, April 22nd on YouTube?
It was special.
Got
a pain in the rear.
A pain in the rear. Hey, Shirley, I would say it was a total goat rodeo. Shirley sent me somebody said goat rodeo. And do you remember when Joe Dooley had the total goat? We need to find
total goat rodeo.
I have it. I just don't have it on my board.
Well, I'll tell you what. Real quick, we need to take a break, get to Brooks, but I'm fired up for the draft. We are 2 nights away from the NFL draft, so I'm consuming everything I can from all NFL media at this point.
Do you know who is very excited about the draft?
Who?
The Shield.
The Shield.
He came up to me last night and was talking about it, and he's excited. I'm excited because he puts on a good draft party.
That
he could
does.
be a total goat rodeo.
There he is.
There's Joe Dooley.
Joe Dooley talking about a total goat rodeo. So again, I'm listening to Shefty. I'm listening to Mike Mayock, Mel Kiper, everybody.
Bucky Brooks.
That's talking foot. Bucky Brooks.
Bucky Brooks.
And a lot of people today, a lot of kids don't know how good Unc was on the football field. Shannon Sharp. And he's not just a talking head. That guy could ball, and he talks ball. And I saw he put out a video today, so I'm assuming it's about the draft coming up.
Yeah, let me look it up real quick.
Well, no, we'll hear it. I've got it here. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm pretty sure if he would release this 2 days before the draft, it would be about the NFL draft, right? So let's get his draft breakdown.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape to try to make me look guilty.
Hold on, Sterling. Cut it.
Skip it. Just skip that.
Wait, that's not a draft breakdown at all.
I was like, man, you're going to be honest about the draft? That's awesome. I'm going to be up front and honest. This is who I think the number one overall pick's going to be.
The guy's targeting black men. I mean, that's a good strategy for the draft.
Yeah.
I would say.
What GMs are targeting black men?
I mean, other than Cooper DeJean, it's a pretty good strategy.
Fake tape.
Apparently, we're going to get, 10 seconds of a sex tape. Is that coming out?
Is that film? Like,
nope.
They're studying the film?
You can break down the film.
Is that what they're calling that in football now?
No. Yeah, you can Google up why Shannon Sharp released that video today if you want. So, anyway, let's take a break because we got to get to Brooksy. I told him I'd call him at 3:35. It's 3:37. So we will talk some hockey coming up on the other side of this timeout. Pirate Radio Live back with you on a Tuesday after this.
Ready to play a little kickball? Robbie's Clubhouse, a place for special needs adults and children, will host their annual kickball tournament on Saturday, April 26th from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Sarah Law Softball Complex located on Reedy Branch Road in Winterville. Come join the fun while helping the special needs community by joining us as a friendly kickball. To register a team, visit eventbrite.com and search Robbie's Clubhouse or call 252-916-9117 and we'll see you Saturday, April 26th.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Warm weather is here, and it's time to get back on the boat. And at Stroud's Marine, they're stocked up with over 26,000 pre-owned parts. They got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. And as always, their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Strauss Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Tired of the same old gym routine? Rebel Fitness is here to change the game. Whether you're throwing punches, kicking it in kickboxing, or mastering MMA, we bring the heat with specialized group classes that make fitness feel like a fight you actually want to win. At Rebel Fitness, we're not just about lifting weights, we're about lifting spirits. Join a community of badasses who are rebelling against the norm and crushing their fitness goals. Sweat, lift, move, fuel, fight for a healthier, happier you. Rebel Fitness, where fitness meets fun. Join the movement today. Visit us at 3700 Charles Boulevard or visit rebelfitnessnc.com.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the News. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Are you thinking about purchasing a new home? Stop by and see us at Integrity Home Mortgage at our new location in Greenville at 1420 Arlington Boulevard. This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For information purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender. NMLS 208516.
Craving a delicious burger and a great deal? Then head on over to Bad Daddy's Burger Bar in Greenville. Every Monday, shake things up with $5 hand-shaking cocktails. On Rough Draft Tuesday, enjoy talls for smalls, where bigger drinks are the same price as the smalls. It's Whiny Wednesday with $3 pours of barefoot wine. Then on Salty Thursdays, sip on a $4 house margarita. And don't miss Bloody Sunday. Enjoy brunch and $5 house Bloody Marys.
And this just in at Bad Daddy's, mention Pirate Radio for 15% off your meal.
Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Great food, amazing deals, and a whole lot of flavor.
Pirate Radio.
He's a pirate!
Obviously, duh. The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years, and they are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients of Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. And University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT experts since 2006, and they are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of your business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. Eating on a Monday, it's a Tuesday. Chandler Honeycutt, Will, Grayson. What's up, Grayson? She's been stressed today. Trying to figure all this out.
She's doing good.
Shirley Rhodes here on a Tuesday. And we go out to the Pirate Radio Live line and talk to former Pirate Radio intern, current fifth quarter caller, and director of media relations and play-by-play voice of the Binghamton Black Bears hockey team, resident Caniac, Brooks Hill, joining us on the program to talk some Canes hockey. What's up, Brooks?
Oh, what's up, Clip? I love that introduction. That was very smooth. Makes me sound a little bit professional.
You got a lot on the resume, and this is a great time of year, Brooks. And had fun at Sports Trivia at the Buck last night because we had some Caps fans there, so they were all into to their game against the Canadiens, I believe. So starting to get in the hockey mood a little bit. Watched a little bit on Sunday. We'll be watching when I get off work tonight. Talked to Wade Minter tail end of last week, Brooks, and the way he said the series would go, I felt like game one went. He said the Hurricanes should be able to win this series without too much trouble, too much issue, and that kind of felt that way in game one. They won that game without too much issue. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I would think so. Very physical. Not the way that I thought the game was going to go. The biggest critique of the Hurricanes in the Brenda Moore era has been that they're not a physical team. But I thought they were, throwing the body around very well in playoff hockey. They weren't backing down, and, they were going after the guys who, used to be Hurricanes and, chose to leave to get more money in free agent market, which everybody deserves to do. But, there wasn't too much pulling up when you saw a familiar number on the other side of the ice. Seth Jarvis hit on Brett Pesce really stands out to me going into Game 2 tonight.
Brooks Hill joining us. Devils walking wounded, right? If I recall, Wade said they had issues going into this series when it came to health, and now we've got, more guys leaving the ice the other night for New Jersey.
Yeah, so their best player, Jack Hughes, was on Team USA Four Nations Face-Off earlier this season. He is out for the season, so he's not going to be a part of any playoff games for New Jersey. And then on Sunday afternoon, they had two players leave the game and not return, and they had one guy go to the locker room, get some repairs, and come back to finish. That was Luke Hughes, Jack's younger brother, the youngest of three that are playing in the NHL. And they've already talked about it tonight that he and Brendan Dillon from New Jersey will not play tonight in Game 2. So that's a big blow to the Devils, who are very, very thin on defense.
Brooks Hill joining us. Saw a few highlights in the nets for Carolina in Game 1. How about the goaltending in Game 1, Brooks, and also moving forward? How do you feel about that position for the Hurricanes as they try to make a long run here?
I think they're going to be the team that you see play the most amount of goaltenders, or I should say distributing
in and out.
Played. Yeah, that's the way I see it now. Anderson's going to start tonight, and then they don't play again after tonight until Friday. They get an extra day for travel. So I think that you could honestly see Anderson tonight, and you could see Anderson on Friday, and then no matter what the series is at after Friday, you might go to Kochetkov on Sunday. That's the way I see it. Obviously, Jacob Markstrom is a guy that New Jersey brought in on the offseason to be their goalie. He was, their big acquisition. And it's like, hey, this is going to be the guy to get us over the hump come playoff time. Unfortunately, he gave up 3 goals the other day. Don't really think any of them are too much his fault. But sometimes teams suffer and the goaltending numbers don't look as good because of who's playing in front of them. That's not just an NHL thing. That sometimes happens, even in the minor leagues.
Brooks, the other night you had 2 goals from Stankoven, and then a goal from Chatfield. Svechnikov got the empty netter towards the end. But how about those 2 guys scoring? Like, is that a surprise at all? Like, who? Still some big names on this team, obviously, with Aho and Svechnikov. But how about these other guys, and who are the kind of stars on this Canes team right now that are going to hopefully pull them forward, get through this round and beyond?
Well, let's start with Svechnikov, because we're call a spade a spade. He did not have a great year for the amount of money that he's making with the Hurricanes. And it's not up to his standards, probably not up to Rod's. He missed about 10 games, I think, with injury this year. So, that plays a little bit of a factor into it. And he was consistently getting changed between the second and third line. So it is tough to get going in those situations. To see him get the empty net goal, it is rewarding because he's played a very good game, great physical game, didn't take a penalty, which he's known for. He doesn't get the benefit of the doubt anytime when it comes to penalty, but he found a right way to play in between the whistles. So for him to get the empty net goal is huge. Stankoven, they brought him in with the Mikko Rantanen trade when Mikko decided he didn't want to be in Raleigh, and he's a great fit on the line with Jordan Martinook and Jordan Stahl, because that line just forechecks and pressures so hard when the puck's in the opposite end of the ice that it makes life difficult for opposing teams to break it out. It's like running the full court press. Those 3 guys are unrelentless. So Stankoven, former second-round pick, very good guy, undersized, too. He's only 5'8", so he's the smallest player on the Hurricanes. But to see him get 2 goals was big. And the top line is still the stars, Aho Jarvis and rookie Jackson Blake. I think he's 19 years old. All 3 of those guys are the most skilled players, I think, on the team right now. And even though they didn't get a point the other night, I think they're still going to be big contributors as the playoffs goes along.
Brooks Hill joining us, Devils and Canes, Game 2 from a rowdy Lenovo Center coming up at 6 o'clock on ESPN. Also tonight, Senators Maple Leafs, 7:30 on the Deuce. 8:30, Battle of Florida, Panthers Lightning on ESPN. And then 11 o'clock on ESPN, Wild Golden Knights, Game 2 of that series. Brooks, who is the biggest threat in the East, not named the Carolina Hurricanes?
It would be either the Florida Panthers or the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Okay, and one of them will knock the other out, so at least we'll get rid of one of them.
Correct. So I know we just got done with March Madness, and they talk a lot about the draw of the bracket. I think this is a very favorable draw for the Hurricanes in the playoff bracket this year, based on, the way it lines up in the Eastern Conference. So let's say they advance past the Devils. I don't think too many people are thinking that they're going to get hung up here. You're going to play either Washington or Montreal. Washington, they've actually done really good with this year. Played some close games, and they blew them out a couple of times. And a lot of people still think that Washington has the Ovechkin goal record hangover. They were pushing for the Ovi goals at the end of the season. Things like that. Retirement up in the air for him. So a lot of people think Carolina will get past Washington or Montreal. And then, Florida is Florida. So that's been the team that Carolina's trying to exercise the demons on. So I think if the Hurricanes make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, I think they'd be playing against the Florida Panthers.
Brooks Hill joining us. Brooks, before we let you go, we'll talk throughout the playoffs. Hopefully it's a long run, and we'll have you on more. But give us an update on the Binghamton Black Bears, the action you call. What's going on with their season? Are we in season right now?
Yes, so we're in playoffs. We are in the second round. So we are in the semifinals, and if we win this weekend, we will be advancing back to our second straight finals, try to defend the title. So that's really exciting. We're actually traveling up to Michigan on Thursday, and we're going to play in Michigan Friday night for a first game of a series. Travel through the night, come back to New York, and play at home Saturday, and if necessary on Sunday. So tight window, but it's life in the minor league, and hopefully we have a shot to defend our title again in the finals.
Is there a way to hear you on the call, Brooks?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a team YouTube channel. So it's Binghamton Black Bears TV or Binghamton Black Bears Hockey. That'll normally, pull up the channel. Funny enough, my team's YouTube channel has gotten taken down 3 times this year, and we fought like tooth and nail with YouTube support, which is absolutely fantastic. I don't know if you can tell in the sarcasm in my voice right there. So we've been making backup channels left and right because we apparently keep getting taken down or falsely reported. I don't know. I didn't know I was a bad boy of broadcasting, but that's something that I'm looking to deal with here in the last month or so.
Brooks, you're not the bad boy of anything. Even you on that picture on your Twitter page with the facial hair looks fake. You look like a little kid trying to look like an adult.
That's an accurate representation.
We are proud of you, man. We keep up the good work, Brooksy.
Oh, I appreciate it. Hey, I did shave for the playoffs. Went, baby face, and someone came up to me the other day and asked if I was old enough to drink.
Exactly.
So that was a little disheartening, but I was like, I think thank you.
Yeah, you'll never look old. That's a good thing. That's a positive.
Hopefully.
Yeah. All right, Brooks. Thank you, buddy. We'll keep in touch. Let's do it again, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully the Canes win tonight. Headed up to New Jersey.
Yes, sir. Later on, Brooksy.
All right. Thank you, guys.
There is Brooks Hill joining us on the program.
Do you know who you just talked to?
Do you know who I just talked to? Who did I talk to?
You just talked to the 2023-2024 FPHL Broadcaster of the Year, Brooks Hill.
Mama, there goes that man.
I am proud of that dude. Went to school with him, interned with him here. He's doing a great job.
Seems like good things don't always happen to good people, but when they do, it warms my heart. Mm-hmm. And Brooks is a good person that deserves good things to happen to him.
Absolutely.
So I'm happy for him. Chandler receiving flowers today. Basically, everything on the show is screwed up, so Chandler fixes it and gets credit for it. Like, it'd be cool just to have it right the first time. But I appreciate you fixing things, Chandler.
Yeah, no problem.
Jamie says Sean's on the verge of curing cancer.
I don't know about all that. I wish.
Jerry says Chandler starring in the new Superman. Sean just back from putting out the fire on Wimbledon Drive. That's pretty funny, Jamie. Chandler just went to save a baby from a burning building. In hockey terms, give Chandler the first star of the show, says Jerry. Newton says, yay, Chan. Jerry says, give Chan a raise. My God. Flowers.
Yeah.
Flowers everywhere.
I appreciate the comments, but I wish I wasn't seeing these comments because that would mean that there's nothing going on. There's nothing bad going on with the show.
That would mean we didn't run an unserious show around here.
But I appreciate the kind words.
I feel like the meme where the clown's like putting on his makeup and nose. It's a clown show. Steve said Sean stole Kelly Kapowski from Zach Morris. What was his name?
I don't get that reference.
What was his name, Shirley? We need to take a break.
That stole Kelly Kapowski?
Yeah, Jeff. Yeah. Jeff. Are you Jeff, man? Don't be a Jeff.
Well, let's talk to Jeff.
Then again, Zach could have treated her better.
Let's talk to Jeff Agnos.
I mean Jake. Jeff.
Jake.
We'll take a break, come back. Yep. I don't think we have Mack ready, so we'll just do something when we return. Pirate Radio Live. Back after this.
I'm Morgan Ehlers here with Brian Cook. He's the comptroller with Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. Talk a little bit about what you do from a sales and service standpoint.
We just see what everybody's circumstances are. Everybody's different. Credit scores are different. Lenders look for a lot of particulars, and we're here to help you. We try to offer a quality product, and we're here for you service-wise down the road, and we want to give you the discounts we like to offer our hometown people here and our family.
Greenville Motor Company and the new Greenville Auto World. We will earn your trust and business one vehicle at a time. Go online at driveherenow.com.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
Hey, buddy, it's me, your foot.
What? Are you okay?
Not so much. These old shoes are killing me.
But I've had these for years.
Years? I've been stuck in these things and now I'm screaming. You need custom fit shoes, my friend. And we're not talking one size fits all here. You need comfort, support, and most importantly, freedom.
Well, how do I get that?
Head over to Fleet Feet. They'll make me feel like $1 million and keep you running strong.
Fleet Feet at the Old Gordon's Golf location on Arlington Boulevard. They custom fit every shoe for your unique foot. Visit Fleet Feet and step into comfort. Your feet will thank you.
Revolutionize off-roading for everyone with the all-new Ridge Crew side-by-side. A 4-cylinder engine delivers all the power your team needs to move heavy cargo or ride recreationally on challenging terrain. A fully enclosed cab with 2-row space. And HVAC keeps the crew comfortable in every season. Command peak premium performance together. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children. Children's Health Services, Arlington Boulevard, Greenville, or soon to be our second location on 10th Street. Go Pirates!
It's bow time. Bojangles' new chicken rice bowl is built bold from the bottom up, with classic Bojangles flavor packed into every bite. Starting with a base of our signature dirty rice, we pile on even more flavor with Cajun pintos, then your choice of boldly seasoned grilled chicken or our iconic Supremes. Top it off with a sprinkle of cheese, and if you want to add some heat, add a dash of Texas Pete. Head to Bojangles and try the new chicken rice bowl for a limited time. It's bow time.
Looking for an adventure that's refreshing in more ways than one? Welcome to River Vibes, where nature meets flavor. Freely paddle through the stunning Pamlico River on one of our kayaks or stand-up paddle boards. After your adventure, cool down with one of our mouth-watering smoothies, refreshers, boba teas, or fresh juices. Plus, grab some awesome River Vibes gear to remember the day. River Vibes, where every moment is a splash of fun. Visit us in historic downtown Washington or on Facebook or Instagram. Ride, relax, and refresh at River Vibes.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times with family and friends, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Always have fun, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now back into PRL. Here's the clip.
Thank you, Grayson. You have a very pleasant voice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Speaking of pleasant voices, trying to find a good quote. Oh man, that's Stephen Jones. I need a Jerry quote. Oh, here we go. I think they're talking about Micah Parsons and a deal. I just want to hear Chandler do his Jerry Jones.
Where are we starting?
Can you read me a quote here, Jerry?
The assumption here is that we're going to get something done, and so he knows or should know how important his work is around here, and how important he is being around here working is to leadership. It's a big deal. It's the main reasons why I've kind of taken some of the attitude I've been taking about this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Micah just has to be elevated in his leadership, and will be, or it will be a downer when he gets his anticipated contract. It will be a downer if he does not elevate leadership.
Jerry, you saying you're going to lowball the guy? He's saying
I don't really know what I'm saying, to be honest with you. I just know that 5'2" running back of ours.
No, Jerry, no. Oh, this is a dangerous time. Is Scout Jerry looking at measurements and stuff?
Oh, I can't wait for training camp where he's got J.B. Fox and other guests.
I think I know who Jerry's favorite NBA player would be. Anthony Edwards. Did you see he's in the news?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. And I saw your quote tweet, too, which was funny.
Anthony Edwards got fined. Let me just say this as scientific as possible. He basically told a Lakers fan that his penis was bigger than the fans.
Well, he ain't got nothing on Vaughn.
He got fined $50,000 for telling a fan. That's not a fact. That's an assumption.
Well, according to Shams, it was to the whole Lakers crowd.
Oh, my God. He did
all y'all combined?
He did a, what was it? Today, I consider myself bigger than all of you. You. $50,000 for that comment from Anthony Edwards. Originally, he was just talking about how much money he had, and the guy kept going after him. So then he said that.
My bleep.
Yeah.
It's bigger.
And thank you, NBA. I don't think players should be shaming us fans.
I bet Shams didn't think he would be having to tweet this out when he got the job as the top dog.
Oh, man, I got the job from Woj. This is going to be awesome. Wait, I have to report on this?
He's a Shams bomb.
What a sham this is. Am I right? Will, are you trying to get me divorced?
Am I?
Yeah, are you?
No.
Last night.
Oh, yeah.
12:35 a.m.
He said, oh, yeah.
James Harden is a terrorist. I'm getting texts from Will at 12:35 a.m. Dude.
It was in real time. The game had just ended.
Right, but like, I don't care. But what if my wife's like, who are you texting at 12:35 a.m.?
And you'd say an
Will from
18-year-old boy.
Pirate Radio.
It's okay. It's an 18-year-old boy.
19.
Sorry, 19-year-old boy.
19-year-old intern. It's about basketball.
She sounds hideous.
Will,
what
a name for a lady.
Will, what are you wearing?
Black shirt. A black shirt.
A black shirt. Will, you'll be glad to know I lost a lot of parlays yesterday, but made up for it. They were giving away free money at the end of the Knicks game. I left the buck, and the Knicks were down 13. I took them plus 9.5. They ended up almost coming back. And then I rolled that over into a Clippers money line situation.
I split last night. The one I announced on air did not hit because James Harden decided to go 7 for 18 and then not take a shot in the fourth quarter. And
that's because Kawhi took over the claw.
Yep. Why?
When the fourth quarter came on, he said,
He won me my money back. So,
well, I got a storyline for this this postseason. We're talking about a lot of guys who were popular and at the top of their game like 10 years ago. Like Steph Curry took over the other night. Kawhi's back making plays.
that looks to be how the league is trending. Older guys are able to do more because there's reluctance to play the younger guys. Like you see it in Denver. The whole reason Calvin Booth got fired was because, or Michael Malone was fired, was because he opted to play Russell Westbrook over Jalen Pickett, who we don't know about. They wanted to play Jalen Pickett, and they played Russ, and Russ didn't play great for a while, but now he's putting it together in the playoffs.
Just something to follow. Coming up tonight, Sean, we need a Lakers win.
Yeah, we do. And I have confidence that they can bounce back and even the series up.
Lakers-Wolves game 2. Lakers a 5.5-point favorite in that one. Another monster spread in Grizzlies-Thunder. 14.5. Thunder won by 51 in game 1.
Yeah.
Also, Pacers-Bucks tonight. That has been relegated to NBA TV.
Probably should.
That reminds me of when the Hornets made the playoffs. They'd throw us on NBA TV.
Mm-hmm.
Have to go to O'Cool's or... Yeah, that's right, folks. The last time the Hornets made the playoffs, I watched the games at O'Cool's. It tells you
that's going back.
That tells you how long it's been.
It's been 10 years.
Yeah, it's been
10 years.
Has it really been 10 years? Man.
It's been several months, several days.
Cooper Flagg's going to save us, though.
10 years.
Speaking of saving us, do we have a new savior on the East Carolina basketball team?
East Carolina. Kalkner?
Corey Kalker.
Pardon me?
Kalkner?
Hardly know her. We have a new player on the roster. JUCO point guard, Corey Kalker.
Kalker. Oh, Kalker, not Kalkner. Kalker.
Kernerko. Curry.
Good God.
Corey Kalker. Do you know anything about this guy, Will?
I know he was once committed to Louisville. And
Louisville.
Decommitted, opted to go the JUCO route. He's from Eastern Florida State College, 13.5 points a game, shot 35.6% from three last season. So he's right on par with kind of our better shooters.
He plays golf too? No,
I missed him.
I said on par.
He's on par.
That's a pretty good one.
Sorry.
But that's in an area where we see Cam Hayes enter the transfer portal to try to get another year of eligibility. That point guard spot was something that going into the season is kind of going to be up for grabs.
Can he not get it here?
He can. So
seems like we had kind of moved on from Cam Hayes.
If he enters the portal, there's an NCAA ruling coming out soon, if it didn't already come out, saying that certain guys can get another year of eligibility, and so he would benefit from that. You saw a lot of guys yesterday. Ian Schifflin entered the portal with no eligibility left. They're trying to get another year, so he might be able to come back. I don't know exactly how that'll work. If he does get another year, I'm assuming he could just say, you know what, I'm not entering the portal. But it's a play to get another year of eligibility, so this is a good backup plan if he's not able to. And he's talented.
You ever heard of Jay Shane Woodard?
Jay Shane!
I have.
Point guard.
Yeah. I mean, he probably plays more like the 2 or 3, just because of the size, but he plays
too many turnovers, obviously.
He was essentially our backup point guard last year after Julian Samaro opted to stop playing.
Yeah, I'm hoping to hear more from ECU basketball and some pickups.
And I think you'll get more because a lot of the JUCO guys are starting to figure out where they want to go. They're waiting out to see where the big guys go, and then they kind of fill in the holes at the mid-major level.
Jamie says his name is going to give people trouble like Chloe Kitts. That's an easy name to say.
Yeah, totally easy.
Who would screw that up? My girl Chloe Kitts down in South Cac. All right, Pirate baseball today, Pirate softball today. I think we had a time change in that softball game. I see it had moved to 5 o'clock due to potential weather. It'll be East Carolina and NC State here in Greenville, and that game is listed as a 5 o'clock start, so it'll start within the hour. We'll be checking that out during our edition of Pirate Radio Live on this Tuesday. Chan's going to head out to football in about 20 minutes
about
or so.
15, 20 minutes. Going to go out, watch practice, get some highlights. We'll have those highlights for you on our social media page. And then also coming up on our social media page, we'll talk to the coordinators, John David Baker and Josh Aldridge, coming up this afternoon.
I might do let's take a break. I might do a New Blue report when we return. I want to hear from Preston Carr.
Preston Carr, former Navy midshipman.
I was going to say, are you going to finish your sentence?
Bryce Weaver, former Viking.
Vike Dog from D.H. Conley. Well, hear a little bit of that and more when we return Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. We'll be back with you after this.
Make things happen this year with the new John Deere. In just one visit to Quality Equipment, you'll find the right lawnmower, compact tractor, or Gator UTV that will save you time and money on your next project. Keep things running all season long with the help of our experienced parts and service team. Your new Deere isn't far away. Find current offers and budget-friendly packages at your local Quality Equipment with 36 locations across North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit QualityEquip.com to get started. That's QualityEquip.com.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is announcing the Freedom of Choice pricing program. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has incentives up to $11,000 on Ram trucks, or you can choose employee pricing on a new Ram. Choose savings up to $9,000 on a new Jeep or employee pricing. It's Freedom of Choice pricing for a limited time in Washington. Visit WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com and go see Kyle Gaines and the great staff on Highway 264 in Washington. Drive a little, save a lot.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Jacob Sauls with EliteTruck.com, Eastern North Carolina's premier choice in commercial truck and van equipment. Come join us in downtown Little Washington on May 10th for our first ever Elite Truck Fest, which will include a truck meet competition, raffles, live music, food, and other family-friendly activities. All proceeds from this event will be going towards supporting Beaufort County high schoolers gain valuable apprenticeship experience in their desired trade. Visit EliteTruck.com for more information.
It seems like places are giving you less and less food these days.
Yes, Mama, it's called shrinkflation. Oh, shrinkflation is just another word for robbery. But this is shackflation. What? Dang, that's huge. Extra pepperoni, extra cheese on that thing.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and get a Shackaroni pizza for only $12.99. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Pirate Radio, your #1 station for the latest on ECU sports. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now back into PRL. Here's the clip.
All right. Thank you, Grayson. Shirley Rhodes, Purple Wheel in the house today. Chandler Honeycutt for a few more moments because he's going to give us an updated New Blue Pirate report. But we'll hear from Blake Harrell and a couple of players right now. The technicians at New Blue stand by and stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is ready to help with any electrical, plumbing, and HVAC needs. Contact them today at callinublue.com. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. All right, let's hear from Blake Harrell as he spoke this weekend after a Pirate scrimmage.
You know, we're talking right now in our springs about building players, and the most important thing of the team is each player, but the most important thing to each player is the team. And we got to make sure we continue to build the team, not only for today, but for where we want to be August 28th and accomplishing our goals, what we want to do next fall. Yeah, spring is so big, but we can't focus on, you know, our performance today. It's just a building block into where we're getting to next spring or next fall. And whether it's August 28th, or whether that's for the home opener in Dowdy the next week versus Campbell, or whether that's when BYU comes to town, or when that's when the American Conference Championships champions Army comes to town, or Memphis or go to Tulane. So we got to be building on that. And like I told our players, it takes everybody. It's going to take all of us to get that job done, every single one of them. And we got to focus on that and doing their part. And that's coaches, that's players, that's trainers, that's nutritionists, that's admin, whoever it may be, pulling in the same direction. And we talk about in our locker room, it takes everybody. And a big piece of that and everybody right now is our fans and our support there. And ticket sales goes into rev share. All those things come together to help us be successful in the future and put the type of team we want together and put the brand we want together to go win games. And we can't sit around and wait till next fall to make that happen. We got to make sure we don't let a day pass that we're not letting go by, that we're finding a way to get better and go attack next fall. So I thought we did that today. Thought we may see some good progress out of some guys. I got some young guys out there, but we cleaned up our penalties compared to last week, and we got it going the right way. And we got one more week of spring ball, so excited for the spring game next week. Saturday, April 26th at noon, so invite everybody out. Should be a good one.
Do you know what the format's going to be for the spring game yet?
We're going to try to divide up the best we can and play a game. We should have enough depth to do that, and it may be some limited situations or some scenarios we kind of let the clock run, but we'll divide up and play the game the best we can. So.
Did you like today or did you not like?
Yeah, I thought, the energy is really good, and I thought on both sides of the football, I saw the leadership from guys stepping up on both sides of the football. I saw guys talking to each other, hey, let's get this thing going, big drive here, and understand the scenarios of the game, whether it was a 4-down sequencing area, whether it was, hey, we got them sudden change or backed up, or the 2-minute, 4-minute scenario we did there. I just thought like our football IQ is progressing. Obviously, we got some young quarterbacks out there, and a little slow there with some things, but I thought, hey, I saw some flashes there too offensively as well. So overall, I thought we continue to make progress and like where we're going.
How many reps is Caden getting right now? I mean, how hard is it?
Yeah.
Not even more.
Yeah, it's tough because you want to put him out there and be at full speed with the offense, but you also know like he's been limited all spring and he's been able to do some things one-on-one and 7-on-7 situations, but starting to finally working him into 11-on-11 situations. But at the same time, you want to be very cautious that you don't get banged up going into summer and miss time in summer. So you want to keep him healthy. And I just told our players that, and I grabbed London too. Is like the best thing we can do is have you healthy for August 28th. You going and having a great performance today and getting hurt doesn't really help us August 28th. So we got to make sure we stay healthy, but get our work in and get the progress in that we need to get in.
Outside of Caden, what have the other quarterbacks shown you as far as trying to replace Jake's role here?
I think Chasten is doing a really good job. He's a young guy. You can tell he's young, but he's very talented, and he's going to be a good player in the future. And we just got to, drinking through a fire hose right now for him. But he's learning the offense, and we got enough guys around him that'll make their jobs easier as well.
We talked to the coordinators on Tuesday, and they said most of the install is done for the spring. To the young guys and the new guys, they seem like they're settling in a little more now that's more consistent.
I thought for the first time today, especially defensively, we quit thinking and quit, we were lined up. We had 11 sets of cleats in the ground, and we're ready to play. And we weren't, running around worried about the install. And that's what happens, And the other thing that happens late in the spring or late in preseason camp is the defense knows exactly what the offense is going to do because they face the same opponent for 13 straight days or 12 straight days. So some of that's catching up a little bit. But, next week I'm sure Coach Baker and the offense will have some wrinkles for the defense and should be an exciting spring game.
I know you're up against it roster limit-wise right now, but with Jake's departure, do you want to add a quarterback, or do you feel comfortable with the depth you have?
Yeah, who knows what's going on with the house settlement and the courts and all that. And you're obviously looking at possible roster limits that could be coming through, so you got to make preparations for that. We're still limited to 85 scholarships, and so we got to, maneuver that a little bit. But we're also going to make sure we're putting our program and our team in the best situation to win football games next fall, and that's at every single position. Every single position is up for competition, as we spoke about last week. Every position gets evaluated daily, and we got to make sure we have enough guys to go win football games next fall, but also developing guys that a year from now can step into those same roles.
Glad it's all to Preston, to Zion last week, two guys.
Yeah.
What do they mean?
Man, Preston Carr, Zion Wilson, guys that come here 4 years, 5 years. You're going to get a chance to speak to Bryce Weavers, too, that just work their tails off, wait their time, love being Pirates, love what this place is about, is what our program is about. And just the energy and effort they play with and the team atmosphere they play with. And that's really what we're about. We're creating a team. We're not creating individuals. We're not worried about the direction maybe college football is forcing some things. We're focused on creating a team and staying together. And Preston Carr, Zion Wilson, Bryce Weaver are a huge part of that.
There is Blake Harrell on our new Blue Pirate Report. They were talking about Preston Carr there. Anybody here know Preston Carr? Where he went to high school?
He went to my high school.
Which was?
Person High School.
Person. So Preston Carr was a 2A, 3A Conference Defensive Player of the Year in 2021. Attended Naval Prep Academy. Graduated from Person in 2021. Played tight end and D-line. He is a lineman here, D-lineman for East Carolina, and he spoke to the media on Saturday.
Second scrimmage, I guess, before the spring game. How did it feel?
It felt great today. The defense come out. We had a rough patch this past week in practice. We had to bring a lot more energy, and I felt like today we all did that. And it was very exciting today.
Similar defense that you've been, perhaps playing under, but new coordinator. How has that changed things for you?
We're still doing the same thing. We're violent attacking. We're reading the hips, we're reading our keys, and that makes us more explosive on defense. So, new defense coordinator or not, we're still going to be the same defense we were last year.
What specifically does Coach Aldrich kind of add to this defense?
Liability. He has a lot of liability. You got to hold yourself accountable. And if you don't, it shows on the field. So you gotta have it right in your mind.
Go ahead, Jen.
How much did you learn from guys like Eli and Deontay, and how's that helped you?
I've learned a lot. Coming in from a transfer from Navy, I've learned so much from them. The little technique and details that they've given me, and with Tesh helping me along that way as well. Those guys have not only helped me, but they've helped me to give to other players and the younger guys coming up. So they've helped me not only become a leader, but a good football player as well.
What do you think being a leader on this defense looks like as you kind of head into the season?
Just holding yourself accountable. That's how I view a leader. You want that guy to stand up, and you need him on a fourth down stop. And I trust a lot of people on defense right now that anyone out there, 2s, 3s, 4s, can go out there and do it.
What's it like having Coach Tesh on a day-to-day basis?
Oh, he's a crowd. I tell you that, old Southern jockey. That's what he is. Yeah, I love it. And that's a big reason why I think we all, as the D line, have stayed tight together. He's still got the Southern draw to him, and we respect all.
You and Zion specifically, y'all put a lot of work here. It kind of seems like your time is now. So can you speak to that? The patience you have, but also the work you put in.
Yeah, so me and Zion, this is his 4th year. This is his senior year. This is my junior year. We've kind of stuck it along because of Tesh. We've learned a lot from him, and some of the older guys have taught us, just ride it out. And I had full faith in Tesh, and so did Zion. So we both agreed that we were going to stay, and when our time was coming, we were going to get our shot. We were going to prove it.
What's the week leading up to the spring game like in the locker room? Is there a lot of
absolutely. A lot of trash talking. But other than the trash talking, it's more of just messing around with people, just getting in their head. And I know Julian Davis does it a lot. He'll just come up to you and scream in your face, So it's a very controlled environment, and we love it.
All right, Preston Carr ready to go for this weekend. Played in 2 games last year for the Pirates, and will be counted on a lot this year with the veteran defensive lineman that East Carolina lost from the 2024 team. Another guy that could get his opportunity. We've had him on the show before when he committed to ECU. Talked to a fellow Conley Vite. Hey, he went to my high school, Bryce Weaver. I talked to Bryce years ago, and now he's working his way to getting on the field and getting a lot more playing time. Here is his comments from the weekend.
What's it like being a local kid that's now kind of developed in this program and now a leader?
It's kind of a dream, watching Hole and the CJ, they kind of paved the way for this. But, it's definitely, I like it a lot because I get to stay at home, get to see my parents a lot, and my girlfriend. So, I like it. I definitely like it.
Got to put that girlfriend
in.
Bryce, you play all over now. Just talk about that, transition.
It's definitely a little harder because I haven't been snapping that much. I was originally a guard, then moved to tackle, but I think center is a little bit easier for me because I kind of like getting into people. I don't like having all that space. So I think fairly easier for me because I get a lot more, be more aggressive.
Is that your nice way of saying you get to hold them inside?
Yeah, definitely. Keep my hands, a little bit. I can keep them tight, but not as tight because, they are really watching me.
Is there more responsibility as a center because you're calling out the protections?
Yeah,
that kind of thing?
I definitely think so because, I got to make sure everybody knows where we're going, what linebacker to look at. It's definitely a little more on the mind, but physically it's not as hard as I would say as all the other positions.
How important is communication? That
Very important. You got to make sure that everybody has the same spot because it's either one spot or everybody's messed up. So we can't have two different spots, got everybody going different places.
Obviously, you got to communicate with the other linemen, as you mentioned, but also, you and the quarterback have to have a lot of communication, even maybe if it's not always verbal. How are you just building the chemistry with whoever's behind you back there?
So me and Caden, I kind of have a good relationship off the field. We hang out all the time. Me, Caden, and Carson, we kind of, try to stay in the mix with each other. Me and Raheem got in together, so me and him have a good communication as well. I feel like all the quarterbacks do a good job trying to, make sure that the line is straight before they're going in, just making any calls. So I think we all have a good connection with them.
Is it all tougher that Caden isn't taking a lot of live reps right now?
It's a little tougher, but Raheem is doing a really good job coming in. I think he's been a lot more focused this year and getting the offense down. So I think we'd be pretty good with whoever's back there. But Caden definitely, would love to have him in there.
Is that so much for the reps this spring Raheem has? How have you kind of seen them grow, especially with Jake's absence?
I think, Raheem, he's becoming more of a leader. I think, off the field, he's gotten a lot better, just making sure his life is aligned. So I think he's doing really good. I love the steps he's taken. He's becoming a leader in the locker room and on the field.
How much are you snapping outside?
Well, Coach JDB has been trying to, get me to make sure my snaps are really good. Before practice, he'll get me in with Caden, snap with a little bit, and then after practice, I'll snap a little bit, depending on if my snaps were bad that day or not. So it just depends on how my day was.
Coming here a few years ago as a local guy development at this point, like what's kind of made you want to stick it out at ECU?
This is just home for me. I moved here when I was 3. Been here, been a fan, like season tickets since like 2011, watching everybody come in and out of here. So I feel a bond here. I feel like this is my home, and I just love it here. My parents, everybody was around. So.
How excited are you just for the spring game and get to show off everything you've been working on?
I'm very excited. My last spring game was the best. I'm ready to get back on some of those people that were kind of bullying me last year. But I'm excited. I think the teams are going to be good. I think we're going to have good energy there, good intensity. Hopefully the fans enjoy it. So it should be a good day.
All right, Bryce comes from a talented family. His brother DJ played college basketball at NC Wesleyan. His older brother Cam played a season of football at Chowan and played different parts of the offensive line for Nate Connor at D.H. Conley. Also played some D-line, but could see number 71 on the field quite a bit this year, and certainly this Saturday in the spring game. We'll talk some spring game memories with Bryce Williams coming up in hour number 3. Will, let's get the student perspective. What is your way too early outlook on ECU football 2025?
I think we're going to have a similar, if not a little bit better year to last year. I think, our schedule gets a little bit harder, but I think we're still around that 7-8 win mark, and we're able to compete in the American. It's the non-conference for me, though, BYU, NC State, and Coastal. Those are 3 big games that if we're able to win them, we're going to get some national attention. Like people are just going to start talking about the Pirates again, and I feel like that's this season what we need. Because when the media is talking about you, they're quicker to want to rank you. They're quicker to want to give you the bigger bowl games and things like that. But I'm excited. Football season is always a joy, and it's even better when you're winning. So
I think we see some shootouts this year. I think if I had to predict here on April 22nd, whatever we are, I'm thinking the Pirates put up some points. I'm thinking they give up some points. I'm trying to find. So last year, East Carolina scored 32 a game and gave up 27. I say we put that at like 34, 35 points a game and give up 30, 31, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to score to win. I think there's a lot more questions around the defense than there was last year. And, I have faith in Josh Aldridge and that staff and all the guys stepping up. needless to say, you can't win without the offense. So regardless of if the defense is at a higher level or a lower level than last year, the offense is going to have to, keep stepping it up even more.
It'll be, as you said, a challenging schedule in the non-conference. The big game, kind of the circle game at Coastal Carolina, like you kind of have to win that one because you're at State, you got BYU at home, you're going to be dogs in those games. That Coastal game, I think, is crucial. You're going to beat Campbell. That'll be a fun stat game.
Yep.
So that I think that Coastal game is going to be crucial. And, man, you open up with a tough slate in American play with Army and then at Tulane.
I think regarding Coastal, Tim Beck's team, there's just too many questions for me to be saying that Coastal's a better team. I saw them at the end of last season. They had a kid from back home that went to Huff High School. He started in that game. It was the only quarterback on the roster. Both of their featured quarterbacks left. There's just too many questions, and I'm not sure that they've really filled those holes adequately in the portal and in recruiting. So that one, it feels, like you said, like a must-win. And then in the American, I think Army is going to be down this year. No Bryce and Daly. They've had a couple kids leaving the portal that were featured on their defense, one that just went to Georgia.
And the Army and Navy kind of go in cycles like that, where when they have a big-time quarterback, we've seen it with Navy over the years, certainly, with Keenan Reynolds and all the big-time quarterbacks they've had. If they don't have that playmaker back there, they struggle. They just kind of play in the mud, run the ball 2 or 3 yards and punt. But, yeah, I could see that with Army. They hit their maybe peak last year, and maybe we can catch them on the way down.
Yeah, and then a team like Tulane is going to remain at the top. It's going to be a tough game, but, their quarterback left. Mackay Hughes, their running back, left.
They keep their coach? Summerall, yeah.
Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah.
And they were in contention for Nico. They were one of the last teams to say, we're out. So they, I'm interested to see how those new additions stack up to their departures, because Darian Mensah and Mackay Hughes were the keys to that offense.
All right, let's get another break in. That was your New Blue Pirate Report. The technicians at New Blue stand by, ready to face any challenge that time or the elements throws at your home. You can contact them today. Call nublue.com. Any electrical, plumbing, HVAC needs, New Blue has got you covered. We will take a break, come back, and have more for you. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live, back with you after this.
At Riley's Army, our mission is to provide support to children with cancer and their families in North Carolina. From emotional support to financial assistance, we are here to ensure no family faces this journey alone. Guided by faith and a commitment to love and service, Riley's Army invites you to join us. Volunteer, donate, or spread the word. Together we can make a lasting difference. Visit RileysArmy.com to learn more. That's RileysArmy.com.
I'm Morgan Ehlers here with Brian Cook. He's the comptroller with Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. This time of year, the automobile business really starts picking up, and you guys have a tremendous inventory.
Yeah, we stocked up on over 30 cars this week after having a pretty good end of the February. We're looking to create opportunities for customers that are ready to buy this time of year, take care of all your automotive needs right here in Greenville at Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. Willing to earn your trust one vehicle at a time, one day at a time.
Greenville Motor Company and the new Greenville Auto World. Go online at driveherenow.com.
Stella Artois is a world-renowned Belgian beer with over 650 years of brewing heritage. Stella's rich, full flavor and smooth finish is perfect for making moments worth more. Stella's non-alcohol option, Stella 0.0, offers the same iconic taste without the alcohol, ideal for those looking to enjoy Stella anytime. Stella, whether celebrating big or small, Stella is the perfect choice for elevating the everyday. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulf of Mexico, a huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $7.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Make a fresh start in your home this spring and save at Bostic Sugg Furniture. Reimagine your space and save on fresh finds for every room. Save on a wide selection of the freshest looks and styles. Hundreds of items in stock, plus 6 months special financing. Save up to 70% off all clearance items. Start your better sleep journey this spring on a comfortable mattress with over 30 models to choose from with up to 48 months special financing. Spring into savings today at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to growth.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are here. The pilot can't steer?
No, Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
That's worse.
Jimmy John's new hot sandwiches are finally here.
Get ready for a crispier, crunchier, meltier, gooier Jimmy John's experience. Toasted sandwiches are here. Try the brand new toasted category or get any sandwich in the favorites category toasted to golden perfection. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com. Go Pirates!
At U.S. Cellular, we created an event called Us Days to celebrate our customers, like Gary here.
We get exclusive deals like $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. It's a celebration so big, it feels like they wrote a hype song just for me.
Go Gary! Go Gary!
Celebrate Us Days at U.S. Cellular. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find a store near you. We go beyond the call.
Pirate Radio.
Remember, in a pirate ship in pirate waters in a pirate world, ask no questions. Believe only what you see.
The voice of the pirate nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Caleb Stroud of Stroud's Marine grew up on the water and has loved boating his entire life. That's why in 2012 he decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvaged marine parts online. Stroud Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. Their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts. Now back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Brandon Manning, early bird getting the worm, joining us. What's up, BMann?
Not much. How's it going, Clipper?
It is going all right. Any of my family members hit a deer lately?
No.
I thought of my dad Sunday. He was like, I hit a damn deer. I was like, I know. Brandon Manning told me. He's giving me all my family breaking news.
Yeah.
But watch out, folks. They're out there.
They are
early in the morning, at night,
starting to move, starting to grow some horns. They're starting to, get green in the field, so they're moving to the fields from the woods, early and often.
Is that the science behind it?
I mean, there's food.
I hit one near your old buddy Grayson Ingles' house back in the day.
Out there near Grimesland.
Going to see his sister.
Oh, yeah, Jen.
And I could not believe how small that animal was and how much damage it did to my vehicle.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Exactly.
I thought I'd hit like a giant buck or something. It was a little bit.
Is that in the Mountaineer?
It was.
I remember that.
Yeah. And I had a nice Mountaineer and messed it up. BMann, here to talk some baseball. We'll do that. here as the Pirates taking on State. Brandon, what did you think of the weekend? I've said this numerous times now because I read it and kind of felt that way. But you win the series, that's good. But when you're up 8-1 and you give up bomb after bomb after bomb, you go away feeling kind of bad about it. But how do you come away from a series like that?
So I watched the game. Did not watch post-game interview. I have tried to look for it a couple of times. I guess it's been filtered out or whatever out of my little algorithm on Facebook. But I do not know the science behind changing all the pitchers all the time. And you bring in a guy who's like, hey, we're just going to bring in a guy, and he gives up a grand slam on 2 pitches later. And I'm not a big hey, they've made it this far on being great at getting outs and being great pitchers. They're not the best at getting a lefty out, or the best at getting they're the best at being the best when they're coming through. So I'm not a big person of pitching to matchups. That's never been what I like to do. I know when you get older and the majors and stuff do it all the time, you want to have that matchup all the time. But, man, if the guy gets outs, he gets outs. That was what made Danny Beal so good. I mean, he may not strike everybody out, but he's going to get ground ball to ground ball and get you out of a lineup. So sometimes that's what you need. Just give me a ground ball, get me out of here.
The bats are a positive.
Braden Burris, I said early in the season, I said, hey, well, that guy's got to be in the lineup. He's just special. Plays with that chip on his shoulder, hustles everything out. He makes things happen, and he continues to do it.
Do you watch any other AAC teams, Brain? Like, have you watched UTSA or South Florida?
Tulane. I've watched Tulane because for some reason they're like always on ESPN. I've watched them, and I've watched UTSA a time or two.
We got Tulane coming up this weekend, but I mean, it is interesting to look at the standings and see that, we are 3 back, but you're 3 back at UTSA and a game or 2 back at South Florida, and both of those teams are left on the schedule. It's almost like the old control your own destiny type of situation.
We do. I mean, again, hosting is probably out of the question at this point, but winning the conference is still winning the conference, and that is the goal, is conference championships and, earning your way to a regional and then working your way through the regional. That's our goal. That's every college baseball team's goal every year. So it's still right there. I mean, and has UTSA played Tulane yet?
I can take a gander at that.
Yeah.
If you'd like for me to.
I mean, if you got time.
Man, I got nothing but time. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. The Road Runners. Looking at their schedule. I just saw UAB. They put up 25 runs against Tulane on April 19th.
So last weekend, UTSA took 2 out of 3.
Won the series.
Won the series, took 2 out of 3. So, I mean, hey, man, those two aren't playing each other, so you have to beat them. And you have to hope that somebody does some damage against them. South Florida play UTSA.
Yeah, I was wondering why you were saying Tulane.
I don't know what I'm talking
about. They play at the end. So it's kind of all coming down here to these last couple series. South Florida will host UTSA coming up early May.
Isn't it fascinating how that happens? Like in the season, it's always the schedule.
Maybe they set it up that way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So kind of like 3 games back, and it's the Red Sox and the Yankees playing on the last weekend of a 4-game series. Let's see what happens.
I like that. Yeah, maybe the schedule maker said these are going to be the teams at the end of the year. Although, can you really predict anybody other than ECU, like being a good team in the AAC? Aaron Fitt did say it's going to be closer this year. Yeah. He said, I'll give the conference to ECU, but I think it'll be more challenging than for them to win it.
He did. I honest to God thought Tulane was going to be at the top of the conference this year. I watched them play some early season games. It's like, man, they're not a bad little team. And some UTSA games. Again, UTSA is coming in. Don't know a lot about them. Last year they were, scrappy in a few games that I saw. South Florida always has a chance to be good. So, because they're down there.
Brandon Manning joining us, Pirates and Pack. First time around, predicted some runs in this game. And we saw a bit of a pitcher's duel. East Carolina could not get anything going really offensively, and State only put up, 4 runs in that game?
Yeah. And the way it was, I don't think we're going to have a pitcher's duel tonight because I think anybody and everybody's available because anybody and everybody was available on Sunday. And I think, Cliff's just trying to give some guys some innings, which are some very...
Well, it was actually Saturday. You get an extra day.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, sorry about that. But I still think the line is at 14.5.
Is that what the total? I didn't even look. Yeah.
I think that's what it is. So, I mean, I still think that's, an 8-6 game right now is what you're hoping for one way or the other. So
Cliff can't control the weather, doesn't want to talk about the weather. There is
Today we're fine. 30% chance of rain today. It is getting some dark. I know that Carolina is in a rain delay right now west of us against like App State, and they're down. Carolina's down to App State. So, or somebody like that.
35% precip at 7, but you think they'll be able to get it in?
I do.
What'd you look at the Farmer's Almanac?
Carolina's losing to Presbyterian.
The Blue Hose.
Presbyterian. God forbid, big baseball team lose. So everybody gets on us when we lose a game or two to a nobody, but it happens, people.
Brandon.
I did. I had to bring it up.
Why do you? We've lost quite a few games this year.
We have.
It's okay to say we've lost some games. It's a fact.
It is a fact, Jack, as my dad would say.
But I appreciate your undying loyalty to the Pirates.
Man. Once Pirate, always Pirate.
Yeah. Good with the bad. Hey, look, I've been an ECU basketball fan
forever.
My whole life.
Forever.
So, yeah.
And they don't even take us serious.
Yes, they do.
You do, but they don't.
That. No. Oh, man, that's some bad news on that.
What?
The Broxton 213 might be coming to an end.
What?
Yeah. Breaking news. Yeah, I don't know. I plan to be there, checking it out, but
Big Clip done. Do I need to buy? Do I need to buy his season ticket?
Yeah, you might want to. Yeah, can we put him in your name? I'll tell him to put you in the wheel.
Jeez,
for the basketball tickets. But no, I'll find a way to get there. No, I hope we can get some players.
Guys, is there anybody coming? Trey Hayes, I saw that leaving. Enter the portal.
Cam Hayes.
That's Trey Hayes is a guy that lives in Winterville. Sorry, he's Chicago's principal's husband. Like Trey Hayes, but no. And the Loose Goose guy. He's the Loose sponsor. Loose Goose. Trey Hayes.
Yeah.
So I heard the commercial earlier.
Y'all got to come to the Loose Goose.
You got to, y'all.
I like
just come on.
I like checking that place out.
So Cam Hayes.
But I think East Carolina had already moved on from him.
He was up and down all year long. So,
and what'd you say, Will, as far as him trying to get an extra year?
I don't know what department of the government it's in, so I'm not going to attempt to say that, but there is some type of ruling coming down that would allow some players to get another year of eligibility. I believe if they missed a certain, I don't really know, but I believe it has to do with.
Are you frustrated with Will?
No, I'm not frustrated with Will. I'm frustrated with, hey, you have 4 years. You have 5 years to play 4.
Right.
That was the rule forever.
Yeah.
Now they have 20 years to play 10. And it can, hey, I lost a dog my junior year. Okay, PETA will allow you to get another year. Okay, with this crap.
What are you mad because you didn't play? You wanted more years to play?
I mean, one of the reasons was, hey, I hurt my arm. I was going to have surgery. And I was like, I was done with school, and I wasn't going to be a productive baseball player.
If they had that and COVID when you played, you could have gone another 3-4 years.
Maybe. You also got to be able to hit, and that just wasn't.
Essentially, entering the transfer portal for these guys. So Ian Shiflin from Clemson did it. If the ruling comes back and allows another year of eligibility by entering the portal, they've said we want to continue playing. They're able to get it that way because graduating or declaring for the draft, it makes them ineligible to receive that extra year.
Shame on me, Brandon, but if you ask me, I mean, it is kind of my job to know, but I just totally gave up on it. What year? How many years does Caden Hauser have left, or Marlon Gunn, or Jordan Riley? I don't know. I stopped paying attention to it.
Caden has 2.
It just seemed like there was no reason to keep up with it.
How many does Marlon? Marlon's got 2, right?
Marlon also has 2, because
he's been here too.
Same class with Caden.
But from a stretch from like 2021 to 2024, it was like everybody just keeps playing.
Yeah.
There's no more junior, senior, freshman, sophomore. But yeah, it is what it is.
COVID red shirts. You get a regular red shirt.
And I was listening to coming in, and they said something about, it's in the House bill. What can they possibly have a House bill on now?
Mike P said Will is referring to the People versus Van Wilder. That's a good reference there. He was in college for a while.
He was.
Also,
Jimmy Heritage.
Mike P said, is the transfer portal actually a time machine? Have we solved the space-time continuum?
There are some guys who make you question that because someone entered and committed somewhere that's 27 years old playing his 8th year of college basketball or something.
Yeah. Jamie, I will ask Brandon his thoughts on D-Lo. And we will. Cass said, BMann makes me feel better after a loss. That's nice.
Thank you. I'll try.
J-Bone says, forgot how terrible Raleigh is.
Well,
you also got Canes at 6 o'clock.
Totally agree. The just driving around Raleigh will make you just want to kick a fat kid at Kmart or something like that. Just.
Wait, what'd you say?
Kick a fat kid at Kmart.
Did you do that?
No, I mean, that's how mad I would get.
Okay.
Not that I want to, but sometimes I get so mad. I was like, oh, look at that fat kid. I just want to kick him.
BMann rejoins us. Bryce Williams joins us. More to go. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, warm weather is here and it's time to get back on the boat. And at Stroud's Marine, they're stocked up with over 26,000 pre-owned parts. They got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. And as always, their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
It's time for a family fun barbecue fundraiser to support Riley's Army and families facing pediatric cancer. Join us Sunday, May 4th from 3 o'clock to 6 p.m. at QC Kinetics and treat you and your family to a barbecue dinner provided by Beaker's Brisket. Individual plates are $15 and family meals are $4 for only $50. Everyone who purchases a meal or donates will have the chance to enter an exciting raffle. We can't do it alone. We need an army. Order or donate online now at RileysArmy.com.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird for my friends at Shimmer Boutique. New spring arrivals are here from all your favorite brands like Kinder Scott, Yeti, Local Boy, Pimp Shrimp, Simply Southern, and a lot more. Shop now at shimmerboutiqueonline.com and receive free shipping on all orders over $100. And don't forget, Shimmer is your place to get your very own Parker Bird shirt, available in youth and adult sizes. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, Jacksonville, and Shimmer shimmerboutique.online.com. Go Pirates.
Eastern North Carolina's Bourbon Authority is Greenville's premier American-styled restaurant. The Rick House specializes in handcraft dishes, and our bar features the very best in bourbons like Parker's Heritage, Knob Creek, and Jefferson's.
Big changes are coming to the Rick House. A new menu is on the way with great food, and it's the perfect atmosphere for a night out.
Let the Rick House host your next big event in our 2,000 square foot banquet hall. It's perfect for wedding rehearsals, graduations, and holiday parties. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road in Greenville.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of their lifetime powertrain warranty. Now back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Hour 3. We'll welcome back in Brandon Manning and Bryce Williams, but some sad news as we come on. Did you see who passed away, Shirley? Did you see who passed away? Mike Patrick. Holy cow. Brittany. Sunday Night Football voice on ESPN for years, and was the voice of ECU smacking West Virginia in 2008. And let's play some of those highlights.
How's that game?
Made it look easy all day, Mr. Patrick. Mike Patrick, great voice. We always play his cut of him late in the game asking, what is Britney Spears doing with her life? Should we hit that in honor? I mean, it's great. All right. So this is a SEC game, fourth quarter, crucial moment. And Mike Patrick only has one thing on his mind.
I have an important question. Go ahead. What is Britney doing with her life? Who? Britney. Britney who? Spears. What is she doing with her career? Why do we care at this point? Is she here? I don't think so. Is she a football fan? Oh, I'm sure she is. Georgia from the 25.
Georgia from the 25. Jeez. Like a huge moment. What is Brittany doing with her? That is still, I wonder if he ever explained that in an interview. I've still never seen an explanation as to why in that moment he decided to ask, what is Brittany doing with her life? But Mike Patrick, holy cow. Once again, grew up watching him on Sunday Night Football, and again, calling college football. So hate to hear he passed away at the age of 80.
Yeah.
36 years as a play-by-play voice.
He's
for
been
ESPN.
out. He retired like 7 or 8 years ago, right?
Yeah, hadn't seen him in a while. But great announcer, Mike Patrick. BMann and Bryce, how we doing?
Good. Just hanging out. Had to go. Yeah, you like that?
What's going on your lip there, buddy?
I just figured I'd give it a shot every now and then. It's been a while, and
I want the mullet to come. Just let it flow one more time.
That's gonna be a few years.
What?
That takes a few years, man. The mustache, it takes me only,
I think I know the answer to this, but who controls your son's hairstyles? Who will control?
It probably will be Anna.
Yeah.
As of right now, we just give him a little comb over. It makes him look 2 years older than he is.
Yeah, that's a mom thing. Which I had a girl, so I didn't have any input anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm wondering how those conversations will go. Hey, Anna, let's hook old D up with some.
Did Pam help you with your hair? Or?
I've had the same hairstyle, if you want to call it that, since I was born.
Now that you bring it up,
which was like a bowl, mop, whatever.
Yeah. I did go like that 1 year in middle school. I had it down to here. I was like, nah, it's just too hot. I would pull it through the football helmet and paint it different colors.
You would paint your hair?
I like just little stuff messing around with it, man. You never know what's going on, A.G. Cox.
What, you had the frosted tips or whatever?
No, like we would pull it through the top of the helmets and like do different stuff with it through the top of the helmets.
Okay.
Hey, that's odd.
Interesting.
I never took the helmet off, man.
Why didn't you take your helmet off?
Never came off the field by then.
Two-way.
Desperate.
Two-way guy.
And a long snapped.
Jeez. So you just pulled your hair. You had pink hair tips and green hair tips.
He was a wild man.
I've never seen that. Ever.
Didn't it come in high school? I didn't do any of that.
And then Bryce, Mr. Salt of the Earth, manly man, had his nice flowing.
Dude, it was great.
Prince locks.
It was great. Like the official wearing the tie in the like his junior year. You know what I'm talking about? When they have the pictures and they're all sitting there like this, wearing the tie.
Oh, yeah.
I had the nice book and I'm looking. I was like, who the heck is this guy right here? Look at this.
Who's this Prince Charming?
Who's this mountain man of an individual?
Man, Dale hair. That was fun. That's probably some people didn't even know what number I was. They just knew my hair.
Throw it to the long-haired fella.
He's tall. He can catch it.
He can catch the ball. Had a good convo with Justin Hardy yesterday, Bryce. So with the draft coming, I asked him his memories, and I'll ask you some of those as well. But one thing we were talking about is how, he was with Shanahan in Atlanta. He talked about the smooth transition from Riley to Shanahan. Some great offensive minds right there. But how much he and Shane would communicate with him. Do you remember any of that? Of the usually the coach is telling you, hey, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
How much interaction did you have? You and Shane maybe go to him and say, hey, how about this play, or how about this look, or anything like that?
It was I don't recall.
That wasn't your speed.
No, they just said, this is what we're going to do. Bryce, maybe line up here.
You said, got you.
Just okay. I never gave any.
Maybe Shane and Justin had a little more say.
Yeah.
On what
I didn't ever say. I just did what I was told.
How good was Shane about communicating to y'all, hey, here's what we're doing type of thing? Like he's coaching now, so
yeah.
Did you kind of see a coach in him maybe at all when he played?
I don't think there was ever, not that I remember, any type of like rally, like this we're going to do different. I just remember some things just coming from Riley, changing certain things up, just sort of certain looks and stuff. Like it could be anywhere from if we had to shorten a route because the defender just is consistently, staying at that depth and things like this, little adjustments like that. I remember doing, but I think Shane I don't remember. He just left me out to dry, I guess.
We'll throw you one when we need you, Bryce. Don't worry about it. Hey, why is Shane talking to Cam and Justin without me?
What the heck?
Hey, I'm over here.
Over here. I want to be in here. Let me go walk by and see if I can hear you.
You're a tight end. No, I'm an inside receiver.
Yeah.
The draft is a touchy subject for you.
Oh, yeah.
As he still hates the Carolina Panthers to this day.
Yeah.
And I respect him for that. But Bryce, remind us again, were you planning on getting selected in the draft, or did you know maybe rookie free agent was going to be your speed?
I remember, I wasn't expecting to see anything early. I mean, I was sort of expecting like late rounds, anywhere from that 5 to 7. You know, I got numerous calls throughout the draft. Green Bay was one of the ones who was calling me a lot. The Saints, but they were more like, look, as soon as the draft, we're not going to draft a tight end, but as soon as it's over, we're calling you, which you could still, it's pretty good even to get picked as soon as draft's over. But, you know, the Panthers call, I think that was maybe the beginning of the 7th or – because they go by quick. You know, once it's done, it's like 10 minutes.
It's not like the first round.
No, not at all. So it was more – maybe we'll just say it was an hour and a half before the draft was over, something like that. Maybe a little less. You know, the Panthers call and say, hey, we're either going to draft you, or it was like to the second to last pick. I didn't give a crap. I was like, oh, great. And so we're going to draft you, or we'll draft a punter. And I was like, oh, dang right. Like, shoot, wonderful. I don't care if it's, 255. Like, wonderful.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there waiting for it. Panthers come up. I didn't get a call. I guess they're doing a punter. Oh, they drafted a tight end. I was just like, are you freaking kidding me?
Next to Mr. Irrelevant, Bo Sandlin from Montana State was the pick.
How did he end up?
Yeah, nothing. It was funny. I ended up with him at the Cardinals, which is it's kind of funny. But I was just like, what the heck, man?
He was waived by the Panthers.
Hey, Bo, why'd you do me like that? Is that?
I know. I was just like, and then I get the next day. Well, then, so after that, I was just like, are you kidding me? So I was expecting like to get a call from them right after, but in the meantime, I think Green Bay or the Saints were the first ones to call. And knowing what I know now, some guidance would have been wonderful by a certain individual who handles athletes. Whatever, we won't get into that. But some guys say, hey, whoever calls you first, probably want to take them, because what I didn't know is as soon as they get done with you, they're just moving on to the next. Like this. I mean, I had the Saints and Green Bay. I mean, call me like right after the draft. I said, thanks. You know, I'm waiting to see my options. Like knew I had any freaking options. Like I was just waiting on the Panthers to come back to me. So I'm like, dang, if I can play football in North Carolina, that'd be great. So I'm waiting on that, and then I think I got 2 more. Like I think the Steelers called. And I think I had like at least 4 teams call right after the draft, and I just was like, well, let me just see. Whatever. The Patriots. I was talking to my agent and making that deal. My agent said, well, we're waiting on Panthers and da-da-da-da. And that was a cluster, you know, and then so I ended up going with the Patriots. But then like the next day, one of the guys who was in charge, like all the drafting from the Panthers, called me or texted me or whatever it was and said, man, I don't know what happened. I stood outside the room. I left the room, then I came back and it was already too late. I'm thinking, what? How do y'all not on the same page of like either going to pick me or a punter? And is what I was told.
Yeah.
And y'all pick a tight. You know, I'm like, well, your sorry don't really mean a whole heck of a lot, but whatever. So that was sour, but ended up, you know, going to the Patriots. And, you know, I even called like the Saints and stuff back, like, yo, like, and it's like, well, you know, we already filled the spot. I'm like, well, dang, that sucks.
So do you could you have used better, I guess, somebody there supporting you? Like, I don't know. What would have made that situation better?
Like, I don't know as far as like once the draft was over, did
you need better advice or?
I probably just needed better advice, but I don't know what.
So were the coaches in your ear at all?
No. Like what
like I know Cliff talks to his guys.
No, none of the collegiate coach. No.
So like
once you're gone, you're
gone. They're worried about their new guys probably.
So it would just been nice, and I don't know what my agent was working on when I was getting phone calls. I don't know.
Well, yeah, you were a senior. So like Cliff helps the juniors and stuff like that a little bit.
And Ruff had been fired that year, so all of Bryce's coaches were gone anyway.
Yeah.
Daggone, man.
Yeah. So it would just been nice to like say, hey, like the first team to call you pretty much say, yeah.
Yeah, but you could have done that. Or the best thing would have been if they were just honest with you, but that's not going to happen. So.
No, not honest with you.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, obviously the Panthers totally screwed me there as far as a lifelong dream, but we won't get into that.
Yes, it crushed my spirits.
Yeah, but it would just be nice to know, like, hey, like, first team to call you, just take it.
Right.
Because one, that's more money, and when you figure out a team, and obviously you're higher up on that board with those guys. Like, you're obviously desired whether they were wanted to draft a tight end or not. So, I mean,
it sounds like you were on a lot of boards.
Yeah,
but I mean, you were on a lot of boards.
I was on a lot of boards, but I was waiting for the Jacklegs in Charlotte to,
Who was the old owner?
Carolina.
Was it Richardson?
Yeah, Carolina Jacklegs would be a much better team.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, it was. I mean, there's a million times I go, why shouldn't I have done this? But
See, and that's what my daughter.
But guess what?
What?
She wants to be a NIL and collegiate sports entertainment attorney. She wants to be able to help people that are recently drafted, and especially with NIL coming up now, argue for stuff because they really don't have that.
But hey, you got to go catch balls from Tom Brady and hang out with Gronk.
I still got to drag it on as long as I could.
Was Aaron Hernandez there then?
Nah, he was gone. He was gone. But yeah, I mean,
Do you mean gone by not on the team or gone as in gone?
He might have been gone.
I think he might have been gone.
What year was it?
2016.
He was gone.
He was gone. Gone or
gone?
gone?
Like
gone. Okay.
Gone.
Gone.
But yeah, it was fun. I got to drag it on, and then ironically, I think football's over, and a year later, I'm already living in Greenville.
No, I was gonna say, are you in that movie? But Aaron Hernandez, the Hernandez movie. I was like, hey, are you in there? But no, he's gone. But he's gone. So he's not
gone.
Yeah.
Did Bill Belichick ever say your name? Did he say Bryce?
Hey, Bryce.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey Bryce. Hey Williams.
Or get your head out of your ass.
Is he gonna call you the
Williams?
tight ends?
Get your head out. I bet when he's like, because I've seen video.
It could be a little vicious.
And he can actually speak at a decent volume. Like in the press conference, he does.
Doesn't he do that on purpose just to do? I mean,
get under.
Are you going to be his next call for tight ends coach at UNC?
No, that's his girlfriend.
Different world there.
Is that not crazy? Like him being in Carolina is still crazy.
It is weird.
Yeah,
it is very.
You know what's even
also
weirder? They're going to open up the 2026 season in Ireland, taking on TCU.
What in the world?
In that crazy Ireland game.
I mean, I can understand that. I can understand the NFL, but why collegiate?
Right.
Yeah.
What?
You're just making.
What, Will?
Aaron Hernandez was not gone yet.
Oh,
that was 2017. He was only one gone in 2016.
Thank you for updating the timeline on Aaron Hernandez. All right, we'll talk about happier things like your spring ball memories. You got the spring game. Brandon gave us a great weather report earlier. Here's an update. Pirate Radio on location at Doak Field. Opening the gates is delayed as officials monitor inclement weather. So great report, Brandon.
We got a storm coming?
It's perfect.
There's next couple of days we're expecting 3/4 of an inch, I think.
Well, good. I just put grass seed out about a week ago.
What'd you go with? Centipede? This is
I
do this just to make Clip mad, everybody.
This is Pirate Radio Outdoors.
Yeah,
this counts.
I don't know. I think
what'd you go with? Bermuda?
I did like a Bermuda, and then I just had a contractor mix because I just wanted something to grow.
All right, Bermuda, Jamaica. I want to take you to a break. I want to break you. Let's do that, and we'll come back more with Bryce. You sticking around, BMann?
Yeah.
You ain't got no kid duty? You good for a little bit?
Is there another break?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll go another 15?
Yeah, I'll go
10, 15?
Yeah.
All right, back with you.
Yeah, wait a minute. I think.
At U.S. Cellular, we created an event called Us Days to celebrate our customers, like Gary here.
We get exclusive deals like $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. It's a celebration so big, it feels like they wrote a hype song just for me.
Go, Gary! Go, Gary!
Celebrate Us Days at U.S. Cellular. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find a store near you. We go beyond the call.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Looking for an adventure that's refreshing in more ways than one? Welcome to River Vibes, where nature meets flavor. Freely paddle through the stunning Pamlico River on one of our kayaks or stand-up paddle boards. After your adventure, cool down with one of our mouth-watering smoothies, refreshers, boba teas, or fresh juices. Plus, grab some awesome River Vibes gear to remember the day. River Vibes, where every moment is a splash of fun. Visit us in historic downtown Washington or on Facebook or Instagram. Ride, relax, and refresh at River Vibes.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get bucked
Hey,
up.
Pirate fans, this is Coach Cliff Godwin. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for our athletes at ECU for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for our sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the team at Orthopedics East at 252-757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
A quick getaway to paradise is as easy as breezing into 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel. Enjoy coastal Carolina cuisine featuring fresh local seafood or savor their hand-cut steaks. It's the premier dining destination on the Crystal Coast. The waterfront restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, dinner, and their popular weekend brunch. 34 Degrees North restaurant in Beaufort is open daily. Visit their website, 34degreesnorthrestaurant.com, or call 252-838-7250. 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Attention, everyone. Attention, please.
Pirate Radio.
I officially declare the party switch to be in the on position.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The technicians at New Blue stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is ready to help with any electrical, plumbing, and HVAC needs. New Blue also now specializes in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. Contact them today at callnewblue.com. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Now back into PRL. Here's Clip.
We're back.
For the wings.
The boy's been talking, mowing the entire.
Trying to figure out what New Balance shoes he's buying next. You know, you gotta have those white New Balances if your yard's gonna look good.
And if you're a dad now, you gotta have.
I've tried to get on Poshmark, and they still want an arm and a leg on it. It's higher than Giraffe on Poshmark.
Higher than Giraffe.
Does Brandon know what that is?
I'm sure he can figure it out.
I wonder.
Let's see if Jarrett answers. He is on location in Raleigh. The Bone. See if the Bone comes through.
Oh, he better. I mean, what else? He's either got a camera or a phone, certainly.
He might be taking some videos with his phone.
What's up?
Hey, J-Bone, you're live on the air.
All right.
We got Bryce here.
Hey, Jared.
What's up, Bryce?
We got Brandon Manning.
What's up?
You gonna say hey to him?
He said what's up.
Oh, okay, my bad. Jared, give us the latest. What's going on weather-wise in Raleigh?
It's windy, it's thundering, it's lightning. Not letting anybody in. Feeling a little bit of rain right now. All the players are on the bus. Maybe not all of them. Some in the dugout.
So what are you doing? Hey, are you in your car, or where are you sitting?
Well, I was sitting in a press box till you called me, and I walked outside.
Ah, good press box etiquette there.
Yeah.
Are you worried? You worried they might not get a game in? Or are you hopeful?
Oh, worried. Kind of hope we get sent home.
You don't mind a wasted trip to Raleigh?
I mean, I got to have a nice lunch.
That's good. What'd you have?
Buffalo Brothers.
Oh, not a sponsor. I just meant like specifically what food.
Oh, chicken wings. I mean, there's none in Greenville. I don't really think that matters.
I don't know, man. I think Chandler could get that sale for us if he really tried. Maybe you should pop over to the Lenovo Center and go see some
be a Caniac,
some Canes hockey.
If they tell me the game's canceled, I'm going straight back to Greenville. But I'll listen to it on the radio.
All right, we will talk to that radio voice tomorrow, Mike Maniscalco.
Who does Canes radio? They're not on. You don't do any hockey, right?
99.9 in Raleigh does the Canes radio. All right, Jared. Anything else to report?
No, just a lot of angry fans outside the gates waiting to get in.
All right, Bone. Well, appreciate you keeping us up to date and nice video, and make sure you keep us abreast of the situation.
All right, will do.
All right, later on. There is Jarrett Watkins, man on the scene in Raleighwood.
Man on the scene.
Big night in Raleigh, Brandon. Pack and Pirates and Canes Devils game 2.
Yeah, this is. I hate to say, I am a bandwagon Canes person.
That's cool. I'm kind of there with you.
Now Hannah, when she was working at Rex Hospital, they did a lot. Like she got to touch the Stanley Cup and stuff like that. Of course, she had gloves on. Couldn't touch it with bare. That's not allowed.
That's pretty cool.
You can't touch it with bare.
I think only the players are allowed or something weird.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. So
that's pretty cool.
But she was all about them for a little bit. Hannah just texted me. She actually kissed it.
Wow.
So she can't touch it, but you can make out with it?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's pretty cool, Hannah.
Yeah.
Brandon, you have kissed the lips that kissed the Stanley Cup.
Wow.
That is amazing, dude.
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you feel any different?
No.
Do you feel more Canadian or
no?
Hey,
no. Hey. So where's the Stanley? Is the Stanley Cup kept at the previous winners? Where's that at? I know my man's got it right here.
So there's only one Stanley Cup, right?
There's only one like official one,
right?
And that's at the NHL like headquarters, I think.
Which is where? Oh, you let me down. I thought you were just going to be on that.
Manitoba?
No, it's in
Saskatoon.
Saskatchewan, Quebec,
Quebec.
It's in Manhattan.
Manhattan?
Yeah.
Wait, it's kept.
Of course it is.
So you get like when you win it, is that the one you get to take around to the parade and drink beer out of and do crazy stuff out of, or what?
Oh, there's two of them.
They're actually
they give you a replica,
and the team that wins it, I guess, gets a replica. But the actual Stanley Cup is held at the Hall of Fame, which is in Toronto, not the headquarters. That's kind of what I was going for. Like,
all right.
I'm gonna type: do teams keep the Stanley Cup and see what we got? No, winning teams in the NHL do not permanently keep the Stanley Cup. While they get to display it and take it on a tour, the real Stanley Cup is returned to the Hockey Hall of Fame.
So is all. I mean, professional like baseball and basketball, they get to get that trophy that year, though, right?
So there's just like a bunch of those trophies.
Yeah,
and there's only one Stanley Cup.
What happens when they run out of room on the name?
That's a great question.
And is the World Cup a cup like the Stanley Cup? That's just popped in my head.
It's a trophy.
Okay, well, the Stanley Cup's
so there's a lot of Super Bowl trophies, but only one Stanley Cup.
I think we're correct on that. Yeah, Stanley Cup saying goodbye to names like. Oh, do they put names of all the players?
Yeah. So it's the team and then the players.
How do they have that much room?
They just take it off?
No, they downsize. As more teams win, they downsize it and compact it more so everybody can fit.
No.
There ain't no way.
That's not that.
Because then they had to.
smooth it out.
Grind it, and
we're talking about a billion names here.
Yeah, they
there ain't no
they
way.
replayed it. It's a plate. They replayed it.
Wow.
I guess.
Oh, it's just like a
so they removed the plate.
Yeah, and then they redo it, and then they slap that one on.
Eventually, it's going.
But like, what font?
This is
what
insane.
font are we on right now?
Calypso 6.
Hey, we got freaking Calypso 6 over here.
Man, did y'all ever shrink your font just a little bit? No, or make it just a little bit. Like 12.
When I get cold, it happens sometimes.
No, like the 12.
Oh, what you talking about?
On papers.
I was in the pool.
Feel it?
You
No,
make you make it bigger
You
though.
can make it a little. I meant bigger.
Yeah, I was like, what do you want to type more?
Like that 12.5 or that 12.
Bryce is a go-getter. He wants more words to be in there.
500 ain't enough.
Oh yeah, you definitely put that .3.
Yes.
4. I can go up one
Or
more.
double space.
Oh man,
Make the sides a little bit shorter.
that front page too.
The margin 1.2.
I got called out once. I was like, "Excuse me, sir. What did you do here? You're gonna have to read." I said, "I didn't have enough. You're not getting a B on this." I said, "What am I getting? At least a C. I'm sold."
Okay, my stepson told me, and he's been to school and everything, but like I think they count your words if you're in an online class. Does that sound right? Like
Yeah.
they can have a word count.
Yeah, a lot of people will like write their words in white.
Yes.
And then,
You just type a bunch of stuff
you
in
type
white.
it in white because when it goes on the word count, they can't see the words that are there, so it just blends in.
And I was like, that's smart.
So, like, if your response on a discussion board has to be 100 words, you can
But
do
the problem is
30.
now in like college, like they're like 6 pages. So like you
What's
gotta
6
write it.
pages?
Like a paper or something. Like it would be not a word
Nah.
count, but a page count.
But I'm thinking he's like, all right, I'm done. I've got
I'm going to
300
the transfer portal. They say.
I'm finished. I got 378 words. I need 22, and you just put a few white letters in there, and
I never knew
you're
that.
donezo. That's pretty smart. That's
Wow.
working smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
That is this generation's Cliff Notes.
Yeah.
Did you use Cliff Notes, Bryce?
I don't think so.
And is that or like going to Barnes and Nobles and getting Cliff Notes of books still a thing? Do you know what Cliff Notes are?
I've heard
I
of
know
them,
what
but
Chat GPT is.
I don't know that.
Cliff Notes are all online now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Brandon,
website
you don't have
called
to
Spark
like.
Notes.
Brandon, you know what I thought about the other day? This would be great for you, and maybe only you. You know what people used to be obsessed with when I worked at Trademark? The Carolina Bargain Trader. Do they still have a Carolina Bargain Trader?
Stopped 2 years ago.
Ah.
One of the brothers. One of the brothers passed away. I think that had something to do with it. But it just went Facebook Marketplace.
Right.
Killed it.
Oh, yeah.
But
I bet
now,
you were a
hold on.
Carolina Bargain Trader guy, weren't
I
Now
was too young, probably.
you? Oh, okay.
you used to just get that just to see, whose granddad in Beulahville was selling a '67 Cutlass or something. It was just great. But now, as of like a few months ago, there is a Carolina Bargain Trader Facebook page, and it's the
Good.
same people, and they're doing it. But yeah,
Dude,
Oh, I need
I
to
think they came out Saturday mornings, like first thing in the morning. Oh, there's Hannah. Show her video. Show her camera. Hannah with the Stanley Cup. Brandon's lovely wife.
She has a glove on?
no, she says she didn't actually wear the glove. I thought you had to have a glove, but I was wrong. Of
Did
course,
she wear a mask when she kissed it?
no.
Dang, her real lips.
Look at all the names. Look, you can see them, man.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to see him in 15 years.
I think the Bargain Trader came out Saturday morning, and people were like lined out the door to come get that thing.
The bargain.
It was crazy,
I would
man.
have loved that.
What year they won it? That was in 2006. Yeah, when the Hurricanes won it.
Would you
They
just
beat
zoom
the
in on that?
Edmonton Oilers.
That is a real legit picture. That was
that was your wife. Okay, that was 20 years ago.
19. She still looks it right there.
I was like, that looks like your daughter. Like, it looks like a young lady.
Hannah, I think you look the same today as you did then.
I've never seen
My daughter is young. Birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Max, by the way. Turning the big 1-5.
Oh, 1-5. Happy birthday.
Sit at 15.
Brandon,
Yeah,
you, need
you about to did it.
5. I went, well, that's 6.
to, Brandon, you need to run.
Yeah.
Today's
I do want
game.
to see you run out of here, though.
Pac-9, NC State baseball 6 minutes ago says today's game has been delayed due to weather. We will continue to monitor the weather, keep fans updated on tonight's game. So there you go.
But I bet they don't make this game up if it gets done. This is one of those games that hurts
late in the year.
Late in the year, it hurts whoever loses bad. And whoever wins it, it helps tremendously. But there's actually no there's no because we're not going to host. There is no helping us actually winning it. Actually,
right? It's all down to conference and conference tournament for us at this point. Brandon, thanks for hanging out, buddy.
Hey, yes, sir.
Thanks, Brandon. Good luck on your turkey pursuit.
No, man, I think we're this week.
It's gonna happen.
Outdoor. No. You need to take the next 3 days off and go do honeydews, get caught up on growing grass, do everything. Next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be your second rut, if you will, with the turkeys, and I really think they're going to sound off. You got your hens that didn't get bred the first time around. They're going to be the time to go get them next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
There's a preview of Pirate Radio Outdoors. We'll have more of that. We'll talk a little ECU spring game and have more on our Fleet Feet Rundown when we return Pirate Radio Live after these words.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Make a fresh start in your home this spring and save at Bostic Sugg Furniture. Reimagine your space and save on fresh finds for every room. Save on a wide selection of the freshest looks and styles. Hundreds of items in stock, plus 6 months special financing. Save up to 70% off all clearance items. Start your better sleep journey this spring on a comfortable mattress with over 30 models to choose from with up to 48 months special financing. Spring into savings today at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. It's time for bats, balls, and turkey calls. Working on that grand slam? Swing into turkey season with a perfect shotgun to knock that gobbler out of the park. Brite, Mossberg, Weatherby, Savage, Beretta, Rossi, CVA, and Browning, you name it, we've got it. Choose from the largest selection in Eastern NC. We'll make you blow fans away. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina, Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Make things happen this year with the new John Deere. In just one visit to Quality Equipment, you'll find the right lawnmower, compact tractor, or Gator UTV that will save you time and money on your next project. Keep things running all season long with the help of our experienced parts and service team. Your new Deere isn't far away. Find current offers and budget-friendly packages at your local Quality Equipment with 36 locations across North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit QualityEquip.com to get started. That's QualityEquip.com.
Is your office printer on the fritz? Don't wait days for a repair. This is Walker Allen Volova with CopyPro, where we promise fast 3-hour service on all of your copy equipment. No need to press 1 for English for an overseas service line. All of our calls are answered right here in Greenville. Plus, we offer a free office printing analysis to help you cut cost and boost efficiency. We'll show you exactly how to save money on ink, toner, and energy. For reliable, fast service, call CopyPro today at 1-800-682-6558 and see how we can help your office run more efficiently. CopyPro, fast service, smarter printing, bringing more value to your business.
Pirate Radio.
It's awesome. Listen to it all the time. It's the best on the radio.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Chronic joint pain hovers. You never know when it's going to rear its ugly head, and that goes for David Garrard too. This is why the medical professionals at QC Kinetics take their job so seriously. When they treat patients like David Garrard, they're delivering long-term relief, treatments without surgery or downtime. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today. 252-765-PAIN. That's 252-765-PAIN. Are you thinking about purchasing a new home? Stop by and see Integrity Home Mortgage at their new office location in Greenville at 1420 Arlington Boulevard. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs to help you get pre-approved. The Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service that you deserve. Start your home shopping process with a call to Integrity Home Mortgage today at 252-714-2076. Now back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. Hopefully, there'll be some baseball played tonight in Raleigh. Alex Harper fired up for not just ECU baseball, but Canes hockey. Let's hear his voice on our Fleet Feet Rundown intro.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
All right, Bryce, Purple Gold spring game coming up this weekend. You going? Or are you going to be
there's
on the water? Or
it's up in the air. I can't really call it.
I plan to be there. Bryce, what do you remember about the spring game? And specifically, did your feelings on the game change one way or the other from like your sophomore year to your senior year? Like, did you get to play more or less?
I think I played
more?
less my senior year.
Right. Did you like it more when you played, or did you like being a senior where you could just watch the young bucks go at it?
I don't know. I enjoyed definitely playing and being a part of it. Obviously because the fans are there and it's always fun when they're cheering. But I did enjoy the spring game. It was fun because obviously it was breaking up. It makes it feel like the season's almost here. Obviously when it wasn't, but you go all winter, you spring. And obviously, anytime we get to play football in Dowdy-Ficklin under a game situation, I mean, it's super fun. Obviously, with the scrimmages are fun, but you obviously put fans in it, and it puts it a little better atmosphere in it and stuff. They got the announcers and the screen going and everything like that. But it's a good time. I mean, obviously, the weather's beautiful. I think if I remember, all the interaction you get to do before the game. Is it before or after the game?
They've mixed it up. Are you talking about the autographs? And
yeah. When is that? The day before? I can't remember when that was. Day before or anyways.
I feel like it's been before and after. I feel like maybe after where because I remember one year Carden and Hardy's table, there was a line through the whole field or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I do recall that.
Yeah. But it's fun. It's a good time.
You said anytime you get to play football is fun. Football players don't play a ton of football. You
really
mostly just
don't.
practice.
We, yeah.
And then even when you play, you're not out there on defense. And then you get about 5 targets a game, maybe, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
You really didn't play a lot of football.
I did. I'm not really that experienced.
It is kind of funny, though. When
I've
you
only
look
played because baseball plays how many games a year? Basketball plays how many games or
right.
season?
Football, you get 12.
Maybe 13.
Maybe 13.
So 13, we'll say I've played I've played 50-some collegiate football games.
And how many practices? Hundreds and hundreds.
Hundreds. You times that by the weeks.
Yeah.
Between God, I didn't think about it. I'm going to run the numbers on that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a crazy
So that's this
life.
weekend, huh?
Spring game coming up on Saturday.
You know what I just thought of?
What's that?
And I can't let us not do it. I think this will be the first show, if I didn't do this, where his name has not been said. John.
Where's Sean?
Where's John?
He's out of football.
He's out of football.
Yeah.
Did you say John earlier?
No.
I didn't think so.
No, we have not talked about it.
I thought so. I figured like we had to talk about it.
I had you distracted with Brandon Manning over here.
That is true.
Yeah.
But so I figured that's
you gonna see if he'll answer?
I guess we can ask. He shouldn't be. If he's at football, then I doubt he'll be doing some of the sponsors. But yeah, I figure we have to have John at least included each week.
Let's see if he answers the phone. Jarrett did earlier. He might still be getting interviews, although I did see we already have clips up of John David Baker. What if he has his ringer on and it's ringing while Blake Harrell's talking?
Oh my God.
And he gets chewed out. That would be funny.
He ain't going to answer. What's his voicemail? Is it professional? Does he say with Pirate
Let's find
Radio?
out. Yeah.
Hey, this is Sean Honeycutt. Sorry I missed your call. If you would please leave your name and number, I'll try to get right back with you. Thanks and have a great day.
Guy.
The mailbox is full and cannot.
Oh, that is not professional.
That is not. That's poor. That is poor.
Dude, should I be a rat and tell Ellerby right now?
I think you should say, John, dude. I mean, what if a sponsor wants to leave him a voicemail and call him back?
Hey, everybody tuning in, could you please tweet John or get up, whatever way you can get up with him and tell him to empty his mailbox? We're missing out on business,
man. Oh, my gosh. That is a pet peeve of mine.
I don't know if I've ever checked my voicemail on this phone. I do like, though, sometimes it does like the text and I can read a voicemail.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Dang, yeah, he needs to empty them text messages tonight. Voicemail.
Salesman, dude.
Yeah, that's not professional.
All right, Bryce, let's go to Billy Flows, looking good in the purple today.
I know, some dudes seem a little more bright.
Look at that smile on his face. He's just he's a brand new man.
Look at that
as they
smile.
Say. Before we get to Flows, we get to the Chan Man, Chandler Honeycutt, joining us live. Hey, John.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that was sad that Mike Patrick passed away.
Yeah, I hated to hear that. What's up, guys?
Old Bryce was wondering where you at.
Hey, John.
Oh, nothing much, man. Just chilling right now. Just got done wrapping up with the coordinators about the week transfer JDB and Josh Aldridge over to Glenn, the big dog, so we could post that out on our social medias and also on Pirate Radio TV.
Good deal. John, we got a major problem.
A professional problem. Yeah. Major.
What's wrong?
I don't want to get Ellerby involved, but I almost feel like I need to. But let's bypass that and let's just talk it out so we don't have to have a meeting about it. But, we just called you, and we were going to leave you and first question Bryce had was, let's hear his voice message. Is it professional? But then it said, this caller's mailbox is full. Chandler, you're a salesman, dude.
Yeah, I know. My grandma gets on me about this a lot. So this is not the first time I hear about this. I do.
Well, damn, Bryce, if his grandma can't get to him, I know we can.
You might as well hang up right meow.
I didn't hear what y'all said.
I said if your grandma can't get to you, we ain't got no chance. I said, well, you might as well hang up right meow.
Well, I'm sorry, guys. Please leave a message at the tone.
All right, well, get that fixed, Chandler.
All right, I will.
All right, good job, buddy. Thank you.
Good job, John.
See y'all. Bye, bye.
There he is, the Chan man.
There's John.
Chandler Hunt.
That now the show feels like it just has that extra little snidbit that we needed.
Bryce got Sean, Brandon Manning, got everything today.
I'm trying.
All for you.
You know
All
who you
right.
don't got to worry about?
Who?
Yous and I's. We gonna be here.
Well, yeah, except that one time I won't, but that was one time.
But that was one time because you had big, you had her sick.
Yeah.
You had to celebrate your daughter's thing.
Oh, I've had a lot of Tuesday Lily things too.
Lily needs to understand what we have here.
Ooh.
I
Okay.
think you'd have a talk with her at dinner tonight.
She needs her priorities in order. Look, Daddy's got to bring home the bacon.
Exactly.
I can't be going to all these awards and mess.
Gee, what do you think? You special?
You got all A's? Great. What does that get you in life?
Oh,
all
I
right.
guess that's a good problem to have, huh?
Let's tell you what. Let's go to break, and we'll come back, and we'll have our final segment to talk Pirate Radio Outdoors. And Will give us his thoughts on tonight's playoff action. That and more on the way. Pirate Radio Live after this.
The date is set, and the time is now to make plans to join us for the Greenville's Art Bowl of the Year on Saturday, April 26th at the Hilton. The Greenville Museum of Art invites you to its premiere event featuring live music from train wreck, fine dining, dancing, and auctions. For tickets and more information, go to gmoa.org/art-ball. Join the celebration.
Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is announcing the Freedom of Choice pricing program. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has incentives up to $11,000 on Ram trucks, or you can choose employee pricing on a new Ram. Choose savings up to $9,000 on a new Jeep or employee pricing. It's Freedom of Choice pricing for a limited time in Washington. Visit WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com and go see Kyle Gaines and the great staff on Highway 264 in Washington. Drive a little, save a lot.
Have you tried the new boneless wings from Wings Over Greenville? That's right, Wings Over has all new boneless wings. These juicy, crunchy boneless wings are available in any of their 17 bold flavors, from sweet and tangy to fiery hot. Every craving is covered. Wings Over Greenville is giving you 10% off your entire order when you use the code PIRATE25 online or in the app. Wings Over is open for lunch every day and is open until 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Visit wingsover.com today and soar into flavor with their new boneless wings. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
Welcome to Russell's Spring Style. Our screen door shouts welcome to a beautiful selection of new apparel for men and women. The spring colors are bold and beautiful, just in time for vacation and Easter. Men, make your next suit or sports coat purchase easy with in-house alterations to assure a great fit. Ladies, it's Russell's for the best selection in dresses, tops, and slacks for most any occasion. Rhonda and her team work hard to make Russell's in downtown Washington your shopping destination. It's all about you, our pirate friends and customers at Russell's in downtown Washington.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs. Like passing that drug test, congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and well, light one up. You've earned it. With weekly events like trivia, karaoke, comedy, open mic, movie night, and of course, all your favorites: flour, merch, carts, edibles, and wellness products. Whatever you need to legally take the edge off, we've got your vibe covered. Order online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This summer, the Greenville Yard Gnomes are back at historic Guy Smith Stadium.
Hey there, it's me, Gnomeo, the Yard Gnomes mascot. You've heard of gnomes bringing good luck, right? Well, I'm here to bring you great baseball and tons of fun, too. We're excited to have a great team, including a few ECU baseball players this year.
Season tickets are on sale now, so visit yardgnomesbaseball.com to get yours today.
We'll have great food, cold drinks, and fun games for everyone. Come out and hang with your gnomies this summer and have some fun at the ballpark with us, the Greenville Yard Gnomes.
Pirate Radio, serving the great community of Greenville and beyond with the best content on air and on digital. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a great day for the stock market today. The Dow was up over 1,000 points. It closed at 39,186. The NASDAQ was ahead 429 points at 16,300, and the S&P was up 129 points and closed at 5,287. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. So, if anybody wants to rag on North Carolina, they were losing to Presbyterian. But they had a delay and just had an update due to field conditions after discussions with both teams, and the umpires. Tonight's game against Presbyterian has been canceled. So I guess they didn't play enough to make it an official game. So now we can all say North Carolina's scared of losing to Presbyterian, if you're into that sort of thing.
Aren't they the Blue Hose?
They are, Shirley.
Okay, just checking.
You just wanted to say Blue Hose.
Yes, I really wanted to say it.
It's fun to say.
You know, every once in a while I want to...
What is that?
Great question. I'm going to look that up while I introduce Billy Flows, who tells us what's going to happen tonight in the NBA playoffs, and if you're looking at any player props.
The Bucks are going to get they're going to lose to the Pacers, but it's going to be closer. Dame Lillard is back. All his lines are low because he hasn't played in a while. I like over 26.5 PRA. OKC's going to roll. John Morant said a loss like that will never happen again. I believe him. He's going to go over 22.5 points. And then I think the Lakers get even tonight, but Naz Reid has a really low PRA line off the bench of 19.5. I like him to go over that. They keep it close, but the Lakers win. Luka and LeBron carry them to a 1-1 series tie.
All right, there is Will's playoff preview. The nickname Blue Hose began in the early 1900s, so they were the Blue Stockings. Writers used the term stockings and hose interchangeably over the years. They shortened stockings to hose, so it was almost a nickname. And then 1982, Presbyterians also referred to Presbyterians with strong Puritan leanings. At any rate, the sports nickname was shortened to Blue Hose in 1954 under the assumption that it sounded somewhat fiercer to carry onto the field of athletic battle. You think hose sounds more fiercer than socks or stockings? Hose sounds feminine to me.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. As in pantyhose?
As opposed to, I don't know, leggings?
Yeah.
Stockings?
Hose does not sound fierce to me.
I think they need to change that up.
Yeah.
Blue hose.
Or
I mean,
if you're going to go with Blue Hose, make it something other than stockings. And that is a home run, by the way.
Oh, my.
Who hit that?
We got a dinger.
Kanisha. Oh, that was Morgan.
Mo
You
Johnson.
were just talking about her.
Yeah.
Yep, I
How
told
she
you
had
she's got some
power.
power, and she hit it to it looked like right center, right over the right center wall. But I am looking through the glass, so I can't say for sure.
I hope
Everything's backwards.
I hope we can get her back on the show. She's was
fun.
fun.
Yeah, she was great.
You
Oh,
know what her favorite hobby is outside of softball, Bryce? Sleeping in her bed.
Left center.
She likes sleeping.
That was a
Sleeping.
3-run home run, by the way. So it's 3-0 East Carolina.
All right.
Carolina.
Beat the pack. I like that. Bryce, Pirate Radio Outdoors. We got 2 minutes, and we don't have your music. We already talked turkey earlier.
Yeah, we did.
Any water-related activity
No,
on our Stroud's Marine Pirate Radio Outdoors update?
Unfortunately, I've just been trying to kill a wild turkey.
Yeah.
And we'll say they're winning right now. It's about Bryce, 6 turkeys. Bryce 0 turkey 6.
Oh, you're
I
getting
thought I was
skunked.
about to have one called up middle of the day last Thursday. He fired off on my call, and I said, okay, let's see what we can make happen. Called one more time, fired off. I was like, okay, he's coming. He's got to be hot. So I settle in, waited about 15 minutes, nothing. Did a little light calling, no response. Waited another 10, 15. So I gave it a good almost 30 minutes, nothing. When I think he ended up getting up with a hen because I thought I heard some light yelping. And I'm like, well, you gotta be kidding me. One time I get a turkey to fire off, a hen's in the area, and they link up and just leave poor old me sitting in the briars.
Oh, it's the third wheel.
Third wheel. So I guess, you know what? I just went home.
It ain't fun being a wingman to a turkey.
So we're still at it, but I'm hoping to get out on the water.
Well, that's what you need. That'll cheer you up.
I need some water.
Because the warm weather is here. Get back out on that boat. Stroud's Marine is stocked up, ready to go with pre-owned parts. For more info, you can go to stroudsmarine.com because it is time. It's time to get out there in the water.
Yep.
Somebody asked about the bonita earlier, Bryce.
If I can drag my wife to the beach, I'm ready to get over to the beach and catch some bonita before they head off for head up north more or south, wherever the heck they go. So it's just scheduling, trying to get her and I and the baby down to the beach because I'm ready to catch some bonita and eat some bonita.
Good deal.
And be at the beach.
Bryce, fun hour.
It was good.
We'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good.
We'll see you fine folks coming up Wednesday. Thank you, Shirley. Thank you, Grayson. Thank you, Will. For the crew, I'm Clip Brock. Talk to you, did I say Thursday? We'll see you Wednesday. I don't know what I said. I'll be here tomorrow. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.